That's 800-472-0658.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Bills Happen.
Why not give the child in your life the gift of investing this holiday season? Financial advisor Ed Jertson says you can set up a low-cost brokerage account with a few simple investments and then watch the money grow with consistent contributions.
So they can see the eighth wonder of the world, the miracle of compounding over the months and years to come.
Unlike toys or clothes, he says, the investment account will build value for years. I'm Rob Hart.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Brian Shackman here for QC Kinetics. You know, pain can change an experience entirely. You know, over the holidays, you want to enjoy it. Take that post-meal walk. You know, hug your grandkids. Hold the babies. If you have joint pain, whether it's hips, knees, shoulders, back, it changes everything.
Hug them grandkids. Hold the baby.
Right? Change this. And QC Kinetics can help you. They have locations in Avon, New Haven, and Glasgow.
So you need one of them things.
Have to come.
That's how you get the extra bread.
They use your body's own natural healing.
Like a QC Kinetics or something like that.
You move, live, feel like yourself again, be.
So you can do those commercials and get that extra money.
QC Kinetics a call, and you know what? This long-term relief, it can be great for you, but who knows? First consultation is totally free. So pick up the phone, write down this number, and again, they're in Avon, New Haven, and Glasgow.
That's what you need, a side job that is direct cash to you that nobody knows about.
PAIN, it's QC Kinetics again. Free consultation, Avon, New Haven, and Glastonbury at 860-440-PAIN.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio. And the
1 minute.
Himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio, leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
We are live, and once again at the Holiday Store. It's Reese on the Radio. I want you to dig deep in your wallets, in your pockets, and donate to the folks at the Holiday Store. It is, again, Reese on the Radio right here on WTIC NewsTalk 1080. Plenty of news we could get to, but when we're here at the Holiday Store, I almost feel like it would be a disservice to sit around and talk about the politics of the day. Don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't miss it. I love when we, are on the air talking about this thing and that thing, and the Democrats doing this, and Donald Trump is being raked over the coals for doing that, and taking your phone calls on that. But, as I said, late November, just after Thanksgiving, it is the season of giving. It is the season where we sort of have a degree of fellowship, I believe. That's what we have to do. Just take a break. Give ourselves a breather. A lot of you may think, it's like, Reese, if we're not addressing them now, they'll get away from it. Nah, not this far. Not now when we're doing this. When I get into a place like the Avon Old Farms Hotel and I see the Christmas tree up, I see the stockings, I think about the fact that I'm going to be in a hotel for Christmas this year, as I was the last time. That I am not sitting in a house by the fire, exchanging pleasantries and gifts with the family, drinking eggnog. I'm working. But no, that I'm not complaining. I'm loving every bit of it because I get to do something that I'm very, very proud of, and that is doing charitable work in the sense of helping the folks at the Salvation Army and the Holiday Store do the thing they do best, and that is help people in need. I'm wearing another shirt today. If you want to check it out, you got to go online, go to ReeseOnTheRadio.com or follow us on X so you can see it. I Fight for Good. By the way, this is now my favorite shirt, without a doubt. I need more of them, so if anybody, Debbie, could possibly get on getting me a couple more of these shirts, I Fight for Good. I don't know, for some reason there's something wrong with I think it's Debbie I'm supposed to ask for. I don't care which Debbie it is. I hear there are like 9 of them. Whoever it is. Debbie, if you could get me a few more of these I Fight for Good shirts. Oh, and by the way, what's cool about it is on the back it says, and you could, what is it, you should too? Is that what it says, Joey? You can too. You can too. So I want to get as many of these shirts as I can. I want to wear them as often. Plus, it's in my favorite color, blue, I must add. We got plenty of news and plenty of views to talk about as it relates to the Salvation Army, so stick around for that. You can also still call us up at 860-522-WTIC, 860-522-9842. If you want to come by and say hello to Reese on the Radio, you got to come down to the Avon Old Farms Hotel in order to do that. Now, before I even get into my opening monologue, because I do have one, I do want to say this. I know that it is a weird hour that Reese on the Radio is on. I know that you're at work, and then when you leave work, you just want to get home. The traffic is a mess. And the last thing you want to do is to be rerouted to go over to the Avon Farms, Avon Old Farms Hotel to come shake the hand of one Reese on the Radio. I commend you for feeling that, but guess what? I am asking you to come on by. Drop off $5, put it inside your pedal. Come shake my hand. Joey Burgoyne is here. That guy's about to sacrifice his body to jump into the water of a cold, what is it, lake or river? Have we decided yet if it's a lake or a river? I have no idea.
I think it's technically a pond.
It is a pond. Okay, it's a pond.
Hopefully it's not a scummy pond. Ryuski Pond.
What is it called?
Ryuski.
I gotta write that down because I keep forgetting it is.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Ryuski Pond. That is a Polish name, right?
It seems it, yeah.
Yeah, it's
over at Camp Connery over at in Ashford, Connecticut. And most people are trying to figure out on Google Maps where Ashford is right now.
Right. Yeah, I didn't even know that was actually here.
Head east. You'll run into it eventually.
Ryuski Pond at Connery.
The Reiklings. Yeah. It's okay. Reiklings Pond. So it's
Reiklings?
Yeah, R-Y.
Sorry, hold on. R-Y.
C-H.
L-I-N.
G-S.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Reiklings Pond.
Reiklings Pond.
But then there's also like Happy Acres Pond that seems to be part of it.
Okay.
That one sounds much more joyous to happen.
Was it Happy what?
Happy Acres.
Happy Acres
That sounds much more joyous at 18 degrees outside.
Happy Acres.
Hypothermia, don't care what it's called.
Okay.
But
we'll decide on which side of the pond
we're
going to jump.
I swim from one to the other. There is an island in the middle.
Oh, is there an island?
Big refuge is on an island.
I'm sure. Will we have to have a medic available for you to be there? Like, we should have some.
I'm sure someone at the Salvation Army's trained in something.
I hope so as well. Okay, so what are we talking about? We are talking about
torturing poor Joey.
Yes, it is torturing poor Joey. here's the deal. If you text to give by going to 31333, you text WTIC to 31333. We reached the goal of $30,000 this year at the Holiday Store. From text to give alone, if we can do that, Joey will take a plunge in the Happy Acres side of the pond in his pink rabbit suit from a Christmas store.
And then I'm going to try after is to I'm going to try to lobby to name the little island Joey's Island.
I don't see why we wouldn't.
I'm going to swim out there and plant a flag in it.
I would, but then it would probably require you to swim to it every year, even if it's in the summer.
If we can make $30,000 a year, I'm down.
Exactly.
As long as I'm willing, I'm down.
What would be great is like every year, ritualistically, you could swim out to the Joey's Island and plant the Salvation Army flag every year,
amazing.
like as a ritual.
Yeah.
That sounds great. So let's do it. $30,000. If we could get that in the Text to Give campaign, what you have to do is you have to text WTIC to 31333. Again, WTIC, text that to 31333 in order for you to give. And the beauty of it is that you can give, monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, or you could just give one time and you can give any amount you want. Be it $5, $10, it doesn't matter. Just give. And it will go directly to the cause of getting Joey out there. By the way, also come out and see Reese on the Radio. I'm here. I'm waiting for you. I would love to have you come out and come check out the show. Now, my opening monologue is weird. I tell you folks all the time that there is no such thing as a coincidence. Oh, we interrupt this broadcast to give. Can we just say Barry? Okay. Hi, Barry. Barry has given a substantial donation to the Holiday Store. Thank you very much, sir. And let me see. We are in great needs of toys for girls of all ages, infant to 12 years old. This is very important. We are in great need of toys for girls. Apparently, so I guess a lot of people have boys. We have to get toys for girls for all ages, infant to 12 years old. If you have some toys to give that are specifically for the girls, please do get them here to us, and you can actually come down to Avon Old Farms Hotel to drop them off. So please do that as well. So anyway, as I was saying, the opening monologue. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that God has a plan, and He always does. So later on in the program, I'm going to do something that sort of goes into my, my Hollywood news, because you know how much I love talking about Hollywood and talking about movies. But this morning, I took Roseanne over to the Marshall House, and that was, again, it's always an interesting visit when I go there. And I get this article that shows up on my computer, and it's from the website called Study Finds. And the article, the headline is this. Let me see if I can get back to it. Okay. No person can be summed up in mere sentences, but obituaries offer a glimpse into how we're remembered. And so I'm reading through the story, and about the third paragraph in, it gives a breakdown as to what these researchers did. Here's the line. Researchers analyzed 38 million obituaries written over nearly 30 years to answer one question. What do Americans value most about the life that they live? Their findings, published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, show Americans are overwhelmingly remembered for tradition, particularly religious faith, and benevolence, or caring for others. These two values dominated obituaries more than any others, appearing in 80% and 76% of death notices, saying that more people were described in their obituaries, because they say in this article that most people, their lives are summed up in roughly 175 words, which is generally their obituary. And in those 175 words that this group studied over, what is it? How many was it? I got to get back to it. 38 million of them. 38 million obituaries for over 30 years. And 80% of those were about caring for others. Which again, I don't find odd. I just think that that's something, I think that's one, I think it's an American thing. Two, I just think it's a human thing. To care for others. Some people can be selfish. I don't know which groups those are. Sorry, I was going to say something. I'm not going to do that. Even as a joke, somebody wouldn't take it as such. Anyway, but it's interesting to know that in that study, out of 38 million people in over 30 years, that some 80% of folks are often remembered for the help and the charity that they give to others. Which is why I know that every year, and you know this, Joey, because you've done this more times than I have, the giving has always increased. I think most times, right? I mean, we've seen it's not so much as a surprise, but we always, if we don't meet our mark, we always exceed it in some way.
Yeah. Even COVID, we did.
Yeah, right.
It was the one off year with COVID where we kind of did like the more virtual-a-thon, shall we say?
Oh, yeah, right.
And we did amazing.
Do you think, because you've been here long enough, do you think it's unique to Connecticut? And the reason why I ask is this. Just like we got those 2 TVs for Marshall House. You know, even Roland said to me, man, this station, if you make a call to action and they show up in Connecticut, do you think it's unique to, like, do you think you'd find what we see here with the Salvation Army and with the holiday store? Do you think you'd find it in other places, or?
I think you would, but you wouldn't see the support.
Really?
I mean, there's a reason why this is our 36th year.
Yeah.
Not too many other fundraiser charities have been going 36 years on a 100-year-old radio station. I mean, I've seen them come and go.
Usually the interesting part is, and I was thinking about this last night, is there were 2 elements of what you were talking about, and it made me think as I was home. I said, we have what are called the hardliners on talk radio, who are like, oh, we're going to get to the news, or we're just going to do holiday store. And it's like, we have to tell people, chill, let's just take a break and just celebrate Christmas and celebrate giving, and we'll get back to that.
You don't need to be having a heart attack the week before Christmas.
we could
360-ish days you can complain about politics. Just give like 5 or 6 to just having fun.
Right. So I was thinking about that, and I was saying that, ratings-wise, like, what we all do is for ratings at the end of the day. It's like, I always wonder how much of a hit the station takes when we're not doing the stuff that sort of, that we're known for, and taking a break and doing this. I never see it as a downside.
No, not at all.
Because people are listening for completely different reasons.
Yes, like I remember, so it was last year, it was Brian and company, we were out in Glastonbury.
Yeah.
And Brian with Christine and Salt on TIC FM once a week with Mark Shark.
Yeah.
Matt Soroyce, they do their NFL picks.
Right.
And a listener came in because they taped the NFL picks.
Right.
Sorry to say, people, but scheduling.
Right.
So they taped the NFL picks. We're playing it back, and a listener comes in. He comes literally running through the front door of the lobby in Glastonbury. He's like, I came running in because I can't stand the picks, but I love what you guys are doing. And Brian, it was just one of those, like, you're not going to please everyone,
right,
but we're still here to make majority of the people happy.
Yeah.
If you're trying to please everyone, you're not pizza. Like, we literally have that sticker in the studio.
Wow. Stop
trying to please everyone, you're not pizza.
Wow. I mean, it's interesting because I think about it all the time, and I'm just going, it's a worthy cause to get people upset that we're not talking about politics as usual.
Yeah, like you see, I mean, you get listeners that come in, like the gentleman that just came in, dropped off the check, left with his Toll Metal Pie gift certificate for a nice ice cream pie in honor of Don Tuller. We might see these people once a year.
Yeah.
They don't call.
Yeah.
But they still come out year after year to support what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing ever.
It is.
Like right there in my, and I told Debbie this when she came, because we have a different Debbie here this afternoon.
Right. I hear there are 5.
And I was like, here's the biggest thing I tell people, like listeners, when you guys come in and you see Reese or you see Brian or Steve on the weekends, and they're in the middle of the conversation, At that point, you walk through that door with a check, a cash, toys, change, whatever the host is talking about just became secondary.
Right.
You are the most important person in this room because of what you're doing for the Salvation Army.
Indeed.
Because people come in there, I'm scared to go up. No, go up. Say hi to Brian. Say hi to Reese. Because right now, you are the most important thing in this room.
Indeed.
Whatever Brian or Reese is talking about will take a back seat because you took the time to come down, bring something in for the Salvation Army.
Even if
And
it's
every
to say
host
hello.
is like, yes, you are the most, like, but the listeners, which I get it, you're a little timid, but we don't bite.
Yeah.
You know, Steve Parker might on weekends. We're still testing that one. But when you come in, do not be shy. Come up, say hi, get a picture. We're here because you're coming 36 years and doing this for us.
Indeed. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More news, more views, and more, of course, of the holiday store here live at Avon Old Farms Hotel. We'll hopefully see you out here, but if you can't, just get on the text at WTIC at 31333. It's Reese on the Radio. We'll be back.
Get a head start to your day with WTIC News Talk 1080. Listen to us live on the Odyssey app before you even hit the road. Get the breakdown on the biggest news stories that Connecticut is talking about. To get started, download the Odyssey app and search for WTIC News Talk 1080.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10, $20, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
And now, a WTIC news update.
It's 2:30, Hartford temperature 44 degrees. That's the WTIC 1080 news. Got some rain showers in the forecast for this afternoon. Some light snow in the northwestern portion of the state. Bob Thompson with forecast details coming up. Stanford police have identified a person whose body was found in an explosive explosion home where a man opened fire on police officers during a standoff last week. Carmine McCusey was 79. Jed Parkington took his own life in that home during the standoff. Investigation is ongoing. State police asking witnesses to come forward if they've got information regarding a deadly road rage incident that closed Interstate 84 eastbound in West Hartford for several hours Tuesday. One of the two drivers, one was in a rig, the other a box truck, got out of their vehicle and ran across the highway and congested traffic, hopped onto the second truck, got into a fight with the driver before being run over and killed. Meriden police have arrested a former Maloney High School teacher accused of sexually assaulting a student who has since graduated. 39-year-old Ciara Picard turned herself in last week, according to police. Picard is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a student at Maloney High for several years ago. She has since resigned her position. Federal Reserve has reduced its key interest rate for the third time in a row, but signaled that it may leave rates unchanged in the coming months. That's been a factor in the hire of the president, who is demanding steep reductions in borrowing costs. Fed lowering rates today by 1/4 of 1 percentage point. A judge has ruled secret grand jury transcripts from Jeffrey Epstein's 2019 sex trafficking case can be made public. Shockwaves in Queens this afternoon. Multiple reports say slugging Mets first baseman Pete Alonso is headed to Baltimore. Word is the all-time leader in home runs for the franchise has inked a 5-year, $155 million deal with the Birds. Alonso's contract comes on the heels of closer Edwin Diaz fleeing the Mets for a free agent deal with world champion Dodgers the day before. WTIC News time is 2:32. Bob Cox with the forecast.
During the afternoon, we're going to see some
light rain developing around the state, especially as we get into the late afternoon and evening. There could be a shower or two around in places prior to that. Highs reaching the low to mid-40s today, staying in the 30s over some of the higher elevations of northwestern Connecticut, where the precipitation will probably be snow or mixed with snow, and could have some small accumulations out there by this evening, perhaps coating to an inch or so. But for most of us, just some rain. The precipitation tapers off tonight, followed by some clearing after midnight. Temperatures drop into the 30s, and then around sunrise will drop into the upper 20s and low 30s. Thursday will be mostly sunny, windy, and cold. A few clouds mixing in. Can't rely on a scattered flurry somewhere. Temperatures probably in the 20s much of the time during the day Thursday, and with a west to northwest wind gusting to 40 miles an hour or more, wind chills will be in the teens tomorrow. Tomorrow night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper teens and low 20s. Still windy. Wind chills drop to the single digits. Mostly sunny and breezy Friday. Highs in the low 30s. I'm meteorologist Bob Cox in the WTIC Weather Center.
Dow's up 342 points. NASDAQ's down 5. S&P's up 23. I'm John Silda, WTIC 1080 News.
Join us this Sunday for Tumalo Financial, your go-to for retirement planning and taxes. Tune into the father-son duo from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. or catch replay from 5 to 6 p.m. Tumalo Financial, retirement planning with integrity on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Join the Hartford Symphony Orchestra for Winter Dreams, December 12th through the 14th. Experience the enchanting sounds of Tchaikovsky's Symphony No. 1, Winter Dreams, led by music director Carolyn Kwai. Be inspired by 7-time Grammy nominee and violinist Curtis Stewart as he reimagines Vivaldi's 4 seasons in his groundbreaking work, Seasons of Change. This powerful pairing blends tradition with innovation. Don't miss this captivating concert. For tickets, call 860-987-5900 or visit hartfordsymphony.org.
You've been here before, standing in front of the mirror, tired of wondering where your weight loss journey went wrong. I'm Paige Lopez. I know the feeling, and that's why I started Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Our medication-free program helps you lose weight without expensive injections. No tiny portions, no constant hunger, just real, sustainable weight loss. Look and feel your best with personalized coaching and lifetime support. To kickstart your transformation, visit awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
Attention Southern New England HVAC and mechanical contractors. Eagle Rivet is your trusted roofing partner for professional roof penetrations and flashing. We ensure your customers' roofs remain watertight during installations, protecting their warranties. We also offer complimentary roof inspections to identify potential issues before any HVAC work begins. Call Eagle Rivet today at 860-953-1231 or visit us online at eaglerivet.com. That's EAGLERIVET.com. Eagle Rivet is proud to support Rebuilding Together Hartford.
Hi, this is Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner from Money Wisdom. Want to learn ways to minimize taxes in retirement, protect your money against inflation and healthcare expenses, and develop a personalized income plan? Call 1-800-208-SAFE to get your free guide to maximizing retirement book. That's 800-208-7233 to get your free book today.
Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JD Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JD Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. Never thought in a million years we would have to use life insurance. The unexpected happens. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Unscheduled application may vary. Online health questions required.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and evenly. See site for additional details.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
The following is a paid commercial advertisement.
From the Wall Street Sweeper Money Desk, Russ Hackman, president of Hackman Wealth Partners. Russ, why do some advisors push so much risk?
It's a dirty little secret out there that some advisors can get paid more in order to keep your investments in riskier areas, as opposed to moving them to areas where you might get more consistent income over time or have less market exposure. Get a second opinion on that.
For comprehensive review, no cost, no obligation, 860-321-6800. 860-321-6800. 860-321-6800.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Products and guaranteed income streams refer only to fixed insurance products and are subject to the claims-paying ability of the insurance company.
The Wall Street Sweeper with Russ Hackman, Sunday mornings at 9:30 on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Fan of WTIC? Then do us a favor. Download the free Odyssey app and favorite WTIC.
Hey guys, we're back. It's Reese on the Radio, WTIC live from Avon Old Farms Hotel in Avon. Again, if you are interested in coming by, when you're out of work, maybe you're on your way home. I know it might have to go all the way over there. Yes, come on over. Say hello. Come say hi. I'd love to see you. You guys don't. For those of you, of course, like Joey said, who don't call, and there's so many people who I meet and it just goes, I don't call the show. I think you're great, and absolutely fine. Don't worry about me being great. Just come on by and say hello. That's the whole reason why we're out here, so that people can come in, they can donate, meet us, talk to us, visit some of the folks at the Salvation Army, talk to them, find out what they do, find out what your money is doing, what your donation is giving back to, and those things are important.
I mean, if it's something as simple as you're on your way home grabbing a cup of coffee,
yeah,
don't bother. Just come here.
That's right.
Grab a cup of coffee. The $4 or $5 you would have been buying a coffee, just put it in the kettle.
There you go. Simple as that.
It's an easy little detour, and you just made a difference.
Speaking of making a difference, we do have an update on the text to give at texting WTIC to 31333. The total raised is now up to $2,896.
Beautiful.
So the number is getting higher. People are going online to give. Of course, they are already, I think we're well over some $28,000 just in regular donations,
I think so, yeah.
right?
Yep.
So I got an email about that last night. I don't know what the current number is, but I'm sure that we will get it in a moment. We're getting more and more gifts and more checks. This one, a fantastic one. Thank you so much. And this comes from, do I say the last name? Of course. Mr. and Mrs. Robert and Janet Keener have donated. Thank you so much.
What town are we from?
What town are we from?
So they came from Canton.
All the way from Canton?
All the way from Canton.
Okay. Well, I know it's not that far, but even though I'm new to it, I'm just going to say all the way from Canton. You don't have an excuse. Thank you so much, Mrs. Keener. I appreciate it. But You do. Thank you. Come on, shake my hand. It was a pleasure to see you.
Anyone else in Canton, you can make the trip over.
That's
they
right.
can make the trip from Canton.
Yes. See, again, as this always goes, they always want to get a picture. At least the Salvation Army does. So come on back
go
here.
around
and we will take a picture.
This is what we do. Like I said, everyone that walks through the door is the most important person in the building right then and there.
Absolutely. Oh, stop it. Thank you so much. You got it. Thank you. And thank you for listening. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
So let's get it. So we can get a live BPS traffic update. How are the roads coming from Canton?
Hey, yeah, that's right. How was that?
How are the roads coming from? It's fine. There's nothing. See, people.
See, there you
go. What are we worried about? If you're, it's New England people. If you're waiting till like, oh, I'll do it next week.
Yeah.
Mother Nature can be like, the heck you will, and we get 6 inches of snow and it's icy. It's a beautiful day.
True. It's actually a really, really beautiful day.
Connecticut weather is fickle. Do it now. Don't wait. Come on out. We're here having fun.
Exactly. Come on out. And the beauty of it is that if you are a short guy driving a truck, Roseanne's not here today.
She's not here.
So you don't have to worry about it. Anyway, I'm still getting guff for that, by the way, just so you know. Here you go, ma'am. Make sure you get that. Thank you. So, yeah, like I said, just come on out. The text to give is up to, again, $2,896. If you can go online, just go to 31333. That's how you text it. 31333. Text WTIC to that number, 31333. And again, you can donate anything. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do recurring. If you want your name out there, your name will be out there. There's, David S. out here donated. Peter N. donated. Carlos and Nicole have donated. Anonymous. You can even anonymously donate so that no one has to know your name. So we appreciate all of you who are giving and all of you who are helping us out.
Yeah, whether it's the anonymized, Illuminati, we'll accept any donation.
It doesn't matter. In fact, exactly. Is it right? You can write this off, can't you?
You probably could.
You probably could.
It's a business expense somewhere.
Somewhere.
If not, Brown Payne Darris and Scott, today's sponsors, might be able to help you out in a pinch.
Thank you. See, you have to say it because I'm going to forget because I didn't get the memo.
You got to tie. It's synergy. Tie everything together.
Speaking of which, about the donations and what they're going to. One of the things that the Salvation Army does that, again, I can relate to is the fact that they help those in need of recovery, be it alcohol or drugs. And what the Salvation Army does there is get people the resources to get their lives intact. It's not just so much as, it's not as simple as, hey, let's get people off drugs and alcohol. It's actually getting people to a normal, if you can use that term, life. I hate using the word normal. I always say normal is a setting on a washing machine. But if you would get your life together, the Salvation Army has ways that can help you. The reason why I'm bringing it up is that I just saw a story online today. Many of you might be familiar with a comedian back in the day named Andy Dick. You remember him, right? Yeah. Andy Dick suffered what can only be described as a absolute fall from grace. The New York Post has an article out about him today. Imagine a guy, as popular as he was at one time, now overdosing in the middle of a Hollywood street. And, we have this saying, there before the grace of God go I. And that pretty much just says, this, in essence, could happen to me. I am not beyond this moment of, of this kind of fall. And these pictures are just so daunting. I can't look at them without feeling a sense of sorrow for him or his family. TMZ reported that a bystander shouted for someone nearby to grab Narcan, the life-saving medication that quickly reverses opioid overdoses. Andy Dick was reportedly administered the shot and regained consciousness on the street. First responders from the Los Angeles Fire and Police Departments were called to the scene. However, Andy Dick reportedly refused additional treatment or transportation to a hospital for further evaluation, which shows you exactly how dangerous this addiction is to anything, be it opioids, be it alcohol, even when you are at the point of being close to death that some individuals refuse help, probably because they're so desperate they believe that's the only answer for them. So imagine an organization like the Salvation Army, which is trying to bring people back from the brink of wanting to end their own lives, through a needle or alcohol or any other ingestible drug. So, I look at this, not that I was ever a fan of Andy Dick. I can tell you that many of us who understand this know that whether or not Andy Dick is a jerk or a reprehensible person, the one thing that we don't want for people who are addicted is for them to go out and use again. We want them to be sober jerks, not intoxicated ones, not addicted ones. And I wish him the best. I know he will probably never take anyone's word for it. You've got to reach that part of your life that makes you want to get help or to do something for your own life. Andy's not there yet, so I feel bad for him. But think about how you can help those individuals by helping Salvation Army give help to those who want to get their life in order. Many of us always talk about it's like we see those people out in the street and we say how they don't want to get help. You look at Andy Dick's story, you say that guy doesn't want to get help. He is always going to be who he is. Why would I waste my time helping out someone like that? That's not what you're doing here. If you were driving down the street and there was a panhandler on the corner and you're asking yourself, what's my dollar going to do for him? What if he's going to do this or he's going to do that for it? Fine. We totally appreciate that point of view. I've been there. But at least with the Salvation Army, that one-time gift, or hey, if you only want to give every year, now's your chance. And now you know that the organization that you're giving to, and I do believe this, and I think it's been proven so far in the Salvation Army's long history, says so, that when they set out to help someone, they get the job done. And that's worth giving to, that's worth donating to. So I hope you guys will participate in that. Don't forget, go to 31333, text 31333, text the letters WTIC to that number, 31333. Donate today, and we'll be back. Yep, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. More news, more views. We got some guests coming in today as well. It is Reese on the Radio at the Avon Old Farms Hotel, brought to you by the Brown, Penderas, and Scott, what do we call them, law firm? Yes, law firm. All right, right here, and we'll see you in a little bit. Stand by. It's Reese on the Radio.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from IRS, he wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove they got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Tax local from an actual plan. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investor day.
At Audion Hearing, to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Christmas holiday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Christmas holiday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
See website for details. Bills Happen is not a lender and does not make credit decisions. Hey, Bills Happen! So when you need extra cash fast, go to billshappen.com. Have you been turned down? Are your credit cards maxed out? Do you have bad credit? Go to billshappen.com. You can find a lender and get up to $5,000 cash as early as tomorrow. .com is safe, secure, and all online. Just remember, when you need cash, go to billshappen.com. billshappen.com for the cash you need now. billshappen.com.
It's Reese on the Radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
At the Salvation Army, and I think we're getting confirmation that it will be on the 12th. I'm positive, I'm almost certain here. Okay, I think we're looking like we're doing, yes, the 12th. So the 12th will be on a Friday. That's Friday, right? Friday the 12th at the Homewood Suites by Hilton in Glastonbury. And that will be at 2:30 p.m. It'll also be a surprise for you listeners, so make sure you tune in there as well. We're going to do something that I have wanted to do my entire career on radio, and I've never got the opportunity to do it, and this is my chance, and I can't wait to do it. It's not going to be like spectacular, but it's just something that I've always wanted to do, and we are finally going to get it happen. It's going to happen on the 12th in Glastonbury at, again, the Homewood Suites Hotel by Hilton in Glastonbury on the 12th. So from what it looks like, 2:35 is going to be the time that it's going to happen, and I'm getting that confirmation right now. Someone says that we are 98% there. So the next 2% will confirm that it's going to happen. On the program today, we have got Serenity Trinidad, who is the youth program secretary for the summer camp. I wanted to talk to her about this because yesterday we had on Ruby Brown, who handles the summer camp for the elderly, which is just up the hill from the summer camp for the youth. Because a phenomenon that I was talking to Ruby about that we didn't get into detail, of course, was we have a growing number of grandparents who are taking care of their kids' and I don't even remember. I think I saw this kind of happen in the mid-90s growing up. That particular trend started to grow in the late 90s. And I've always thought that was a little odd. But I think I finally figured out what where that came from, a sort of large number that came from. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the crack baby epidemic, but they weren't, not that they were all crack babies. I apologize for giving that or insinuating that, but that was kind of the rise of that. So you had mothers who were addicted, who abandoned their children, and instead of putting their kids up for foster care because that wasn't known inside the inner cities, what they would normally do is give that child to their own mother, which again started the phenomenon of grandmothers raising their children. This also became the case as there were more DCF cases and there were more neglect cases. The children would go to the nearest relative or the closest relative to the mother, and that always ended up being the child's grandmother or the maternal grandmother. It is very rare, in fact, unless somebody can tell me otherwise, that the child goes to the paternal grandmother. Not all the time. Do we have somebody on the phones? I'm sorry, I've totally forgot about that, and I have no idea whether or not they're still there, so forgive me, I'll get to you in a second. But yeah, I just remember that phenomenon growing in the late 90s. with a lot of people that I did know. Okay, so nothing. All right. A lot of people that I did know, not that they had their children living with their grandmothers, but I just knew a lot of kids that sort of in the late 2000s who grew up in their grandmother's home. They were their primary care provider. So the fact that Ruby found that sort of trend as something that sort of filled the need, which exactly shows how the Salvation Army moves and operates, in the sense of providing need where phenomenon exists. So housing for teenagers, that is a difficult request. That's a difficult space to actually fill. So they found that there was a need, so they found a way to actually remedy that. If not remedy it, to at least attack it head on. That is just something that we find more and more in our society. Is it in the inner city more so? Primarily. But I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to help, or to at least try to stem the tide of people who are growing in those communities. I would have died for the Salvation Army to do those things for me when I was 15 years. If I'd known the Salvation Army was around to do that, you know what I always thought about them as? I think, what was it? I'm trying to remember if it was Rohan, I think, who had mentioned it, that we had grown up, or many of us had grown up thinking that the only thing that the Salvation Army did was the kettles.
It was bells and kettles.
Yeah, bells and kettles.
That's all you had.
And even I didn't know. If they weren't doing that, they were doing the thrift stores, right? So
Yeah.
I just thought that, okay, only people you donate to was food, or food, clothing, and money. And then to find out that they do all of these other things, I wonder if my life would have been completely different if I had found a Salvation Army refuge to go to at that time. But it is nice to know and good to know that a growing number of kids who are runaways now have a place like Salvation Army to go to, because we just don't see that anywhere. It's I don't know. It's remarkable what they do. So you can give to them. Please remember to go to 31333. Text 31333. WTIC, the letters WTIC to 31333. You can give now. The total is up to $2,896. $2,896. Oh yes, and I forgot. I told you I can't do this thing. I can't. It spins. You know how to do it? It's that simple.
Got a roll.
Okay, we got to get out of here. It's Conan News. We'll be back at Reese on the Radio.
WTIC is celebrating 100 years on the air and 100 years of serving Connecticut. This is WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford, an Odyssey station.
3 o'clock, Hartford temperature 46 degrees. Good afternoon, I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. The Federal Reserve has lowered interest rates a quarter of a percentage point. Comes as President Trump prepares to install a replacement for Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Reporter Olivia Rinaldi's at the White House.
One of those people is Tim Warsh, who formerly served on the Board of Governors from 2006 to 2011. So that's someone who potentially could be a top pick for the president. We also know he had considered him for Treasury Secretary this time last year, after the president had won and was trying to pick his cabinet.
In West Hartford, police are continuing their investigations of a deadly road rage incident on Interstate 84, just after 3 Tuesday afternoon, during traffic congestion. Drivers of 2 trucks, one a tractor trailer, the other a box truck, got into it near exit 44 on the eastbound side. One of the drivers got out of the truck, attempted to fight the second driver. That person, who ran across the highway, was struck and killed by one of the vehicles involved. Police are asking anyone with any information to contact them at the Complete HVACs in Hartford. Flu season is beginning to ramp up.
It seems like the primary strain is influenza A. That's usually what appears first during the flu season, and then later on season influenza B starts to appear, and that's what we're seeing so far. And we're still getting some details as far as the exact strains of influenza A that we're seeing, but it's something we'll have to keep a close eye on in the coming weeks.
That's Dr. David Bannock at Yukon Health, who says cases generally increase during this time of year, just after Thanksgiving and the run up to the holidays, with an increase in parties and other gatherings. Bannock suggests getting a flu shot now takes a couple of weeks
decades. The Department of Transportation is looking into how it's going to replace the highway overpass above Myrtle Ave and Metro North and Stanford within the next decade and a half before the bridge outlives its usefulness. Since that stretch of highway is most congested in Connecticut, one of the busiest in the United States, DOT's Josh Morgan explains the agency feels the time is right to look into ways to alleviate the congestion issues, not just in Stanford, along the highway from Greenwich up to Fairfield.
But really, it's a comprehensive approach instead of looking at one bridge, one section of highway, one exit, looking at the entire corridor and developing a program that will improve safety and mobility for everyone, whether they're driving, walking, using a bike, or utilizing public transportation.
And if you plan on hitting the road or taking to the skies for the holidays, you won't be alone.
Better be prepared for a lot of company on the road over Christmas. AAA is projecting that more than 122 million Americans will travel over the holidays, and nearly 110 million of those will be behind the wheel. Watch out for issues including dead batteries, flat tires, and empty fuel tanks. Millions are also flying and taking buses or trains. Allison Lee, CBS News, Washington.
WTIC News Time 304 checking out traffic. Got delays already building eastbound 84 in the Hartford-West Hartford area between exit 44 out to 51. Southbound into the city, 91 that is, from exits 35A to 32. Do have a crash down in New London. Backups from exits 82 to 85. That's a couple of miles. Actually due to some emergency bridge maintenance they're doing out there. 3 left lanes are closed as a result. Here's the WTIC Weather Center forecast.
A couple of rain and snow showers followed a cold front through, mainly later today for the early part of the evening, but now we've got a mostly cloudy and breezy overnight for us with a low temperature down to 30 degrees. A mix of sun and clouds with a snow shower and spots tomorrow. Windy though, the high temperature only 34. Partly cloudy, windy tomorrow night down to 21. A mix of sun and clouds Friday, staying breezy, the high temperature 33. Turning cloudy Friday night, the low temperature 21. Mostly cloudy on Saturday, the high 34. Cloudy Saturday night, the low temperature 20. And a bit of snow is possible on Sunday, the high temperature only 20 degrees. With the wind out of the northwest at about 8 to 16 miles per hour. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Dow's up 572 points. NASDAQ's ahead 108 and the S&P's up 53. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Slow? Clogged? Backed up? Don't worry. ALO Home Services has you covered. For only $93, our technician will clear any drain in your home. And if it can't be cleared, it's free. Call for details. License number HIC 628926, P10277688, S10413487, D10401465, S330869, SM3004646, E1185643.
UConn's Silas Demery Jr. knows what it takes to win, on offense and defense.
Winning isn't luck. It's hustle, discipline, and showing up every day.
That mindset drives BPS lawyers too. Fighting for clients in personal injury, family law, litigation, and more.
I'm McBain Barrett. At BPS Lawyers, we're one full-service firm. All your legal needs, always.
BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life.
Men, we hear it all the time.
1 minute.
Dysfunction treated, and very soon thereafter, he tells us that his relationship has come back to life. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, and you should know that ED doesn't affect just you. It also often affects your partner. They can feel undesired, unwanted. They may even feel like you don't love them anymore. At Northeast Men's Health, we've successfully treated tens of thousands of men for ED with protocols that have success rates well over 90%, which means if you're like most men, we can get you back to the guy you used to be. You can even last up to an hour or more and find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and give your partner the gift of renewed love. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. If that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956. That's 800-930-5956. Health.com. We have 6 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice.
Reese on the radio, making sense of the news. Yeah, even when it makes no sense at all. Now on WTIC News Talk 1080.
You know, speaking of the news, and, you know, as I was thinking about this yesterday when I was talking to you, Joey, about like all the people who were, hey, we're not covering the news anymore. It's like, it's not like I'm not. I find myself waking up every morning to another news story that in some way I'm supposed to be outraged about. And one of the people I'm thinking about now, of course, is like Jasmine Crockett's running for the Senate, and I'm just going, why am I supposed to be outraged about this? I'm like, I don't even care. I don't. I'm just like, I don't even care. I don't. It's really ridiculous. It's like everything that I'm supposed to be screaming and hollering about, I can't scream and holler about because it is absolutely of no consequence to me at all. But what has been interesting to me as of late, folks, and I think that I can get all of you to help me do this. We've got Aaron Stewart coming out to come visit with Brian. Do we have a date on that?
It's like 90% there, hopefully one day next week. Yep.
All right, so one day next week, we got Aaron Stewart, who graciously came on our program on Monday. I told her then, hey, listen, you need to come out to the Salvation Army, to one of the locations, be it Avon, be it Glastonbury. We're going to, and now she's somewhat confirmed that she's making an effort to do that. On Friday, we've got somewhat confirmed, but we're getting very close to it. We are supposed to have Richard Blumenthal on my program.
Yep.
Even for a little bit, I hear they ask, what do I want to talk about? I promised everybody I am not going to talk politics. I'm only going to talk about good, kind, and giving things. And probably the only controversy we're going to bring up, the only controversial thing we're going to bring up is boxes to boots, because that has turned into a national story.
Fox Friends had it on this morning.
Yeah,
it's making national news.
Yeah.
How horrible our postal service is.
The Postal Service has lost all of these boxes all across the country. And so we've got to get Blumenthal, who's very involved in that. We're going to talk to him about that. So it's be the most controversial thing we bring up. And we will get him to commit coming back on the program to talk about the DQuat issue, because that's important to the listeners. And we want to get to the bottom of that. So we've got that happening. Now today, I called up the office of Jim Himes because of a story with Jim Himes, who is demanding, folks, the release of the video of the Coke boat that was blown up back on September 2nd. And he wants the video released to the public so that they can see what happened, in this alleged second strike double tap issue that Jim Himes has now been calling sort of an issue or controversial. Fine, I don't have an issue with that. So one of our people called up Jim Himes' office to say, yes, we want Jim Himes to come out and say that he demands the release of the video. Well, the person he spoke to was asking, yes, we demand the release of the video. She goes, okay, so you agree that we should release the video of the murder of J. Allen Jones? And they went, oh, no, we're not talking about that video. Oh, well, we don't. Transparency. But anyway. But in the middle of me asking them about that, I said, oh, and by the way, we expect Jim Himes to come out here and show his support for the Salvation Army and the holiday store while at it. Well, of course, their response was, you know what? Yeah, you know what? We'll get right on that. So we're expecting Jim Himes to get out here. We also are saying, folks, we should get all of our elected officials to come out here. Where's Chris Murphy? Chris Murphy sent out a gesture of Christmas lights in Hartford. I would imagine he'd want to come down and support the Salvation Army as well. I mean, an organization that's actually helping the constituents in Hartford. Chris Murphy, we're talking to you. We'd like to see John Larson. John Larson's a pretty giving guy.
Glastonbury's in his district.
There you go. John Larson, there you have it. I would suggest, hey, is John Larson going to come out here and encourage his supporters to come out and support Salvation Army? How about Rosa DeLaura? I couldn't imagine that she wouldn't want to. I just met Rosa a little while ago at Hands on Hartford. So I know she is definitely a part of the charitable giving of the folks in Connecticut. So we are going to ask that everyone...
Pretty sure we're sitting in Johanna Hayes' district
We're
right now.
definitely in John. Apparently, she doesn't go out unless there's campaigning to be done. But you know what? This is always a campaign event for you too, ma'am.
Doors open to everyone.
It is open to every one of them. Also, we'd like to see some of our Republican representatives show up. Huh? Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I would love to see some of the Republicans come out here from... Let me see. Who else do we got?
The holiday store is bipartisan,
That's
people.
right. Exactly. Giving is a bipartisan thing. We'd like to see Mr. Fazio come on down.
Ryan's more than welcome.
Yeah, I think he's a big friend of the show. We should see him at one of the holiday stores.
Mr. Candelora, Mr. Harding.
I was going to say Candelora and Mr. Harding as well. I know that they listen to the program often.
Speaker Ritter.
That's right. Speaker Ritter. Hey, Speaker Ritter. You know you should be down here. Come on down. We expect it. And I know, listen, I know it's early in the morning, but and you probably would inundate Brian and company by all of you coming down at the same time. But don't forget there's an afternoon show as well between 2 and 6. You can come on down and say hello to Reese on the radio. I understand that you're going to have to pick and choose when you can, but they all want you. They all want you to come down here. Your constituents want to see you out here showing your support to the Salvation Army, because what they're doing are helping the constituents who are in and around your neighborhood, and I think your face and your presence would show. It would be a huge thing for the folks here, and you can take a picture with these folks at the Salvation Army to know that they have your support. So if you are out there and you know one of these folks that I've named or have not named personally, if you know how to get in touch with them, maybe you have a text a relationship with that individual. Perhaps you know their personal telephone numbers, huh? Perhaps you know somebody who works for somebody who works for that politician. I would say get in touch with them now. Reach out and say, hey, Reese just said that it would be good for all of us to get together in the season of giving and in a bipartisan way show our support for the Salvation Army. Hey, even come by and drop off a couple of dollars into the kettle. No campaign money. That's a no-no. At all. Only the money that belongs to you. You come by, drop off $20 here, $40 there. I know you got it, John Larson. I've seen you in those fancy quarter zip sweaters. I know you can afford it. Just 1 week without a new quarter zip, and you can donate that to the Salvation Army. You know, Rosa DeLaura, I'm pretty sure that you've got enough hair dye. That blue streak has been working for years. Come on by and spend some of that hard-earned hair dye money on the folks over at the Salvation Army. You guys can do it. Who's the guy with the sweater vest? Who's the big sweater vest guy? Is that Harding? Does Harding wear sweater vests? I don't think. Somebody wears sweater vests all the time. If it's not Harding, it's somebody else. He always wears it under a sports jacket. Why am I thinking it's Harding? If Harding is listening, he's probably going, I don't wear a sweater vest. I think it's you, Harding. I think it's you. One of you guys is always in a sweater vest. Well, come on down here. Craig Fishbein. I would love to see him. I'd love to meet him, by the way. Craig. In fact, I should get him into the studios real soon to come on by. Also, I wanted to say, Lori Maz sent me a message to you, Joey. She says, I worked as a head counselor in the late 90s for Camp Connery.
Okay, cool.
Lori says. And she says that she'll be praying for you because that river, that lake or that pond can be pretty gross. And she says, I am stoked that you guys are going in Glastonbury on Friday. So Lori will be there. So she says,
awesome. Come on
so
down.
I think it'll be, all of that muck, it kind of settles,
frozen at this
right?
point.
It's
Yeah,
frozen at this point, right? So you don't have to worry about all that stuff. So Lori, he's still excited to go down there. So all of you guys can definitely come on out and come hang out with us. But again, please, I ask you I am asking you as a call to action, if you can, if you want to do something nice for the folks at Salvation Army, if you've got a connection to any of those politicians that I named or I didn't name, go out there and let them know that we would really love to see them come down and show some support, so that the next photographs that the Salvation Army puts up at their events, where they put their what do they call that? The scrolling
slideshow?
Their slideshow, yes. Their slideshow should be a who's who of politicians and public figures who live in Connecticut to come down and show their support for the Salvation Army. Who's that guy who used to be in Law and Order who lives here? He was the guy who used to play he was the lead attorney. Hold on, his name will come to me. Is it, goodness gracious, I forget his name. From Law and Order. He was there for a whole lot of years. He runs fundraisers as well.
Dylan McDermott.
Nope, not him.
Well, he was born in Waterbury.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I'd love to see him. But he was the guy, he was on in the late 90s, and he ended up becoming like the DA in later years. His last name is like Rockwell, not Rockwell. It's I know it's Sam Waterston. Is that his name? I cannot. Craig says that Representative Steve Weir would come out.
Oh, Steve Weir's a good guy.
Yeah, he should come out. What is his name?
They're all good dudes. If you're coming, all good dudes and ladies. Sorry, if you're coming down to donate, you're a great person in my mind.
That's his name. Thank you, Mike. Mailman Mike coming through. Sam Waterston.
Okay.
Lives in this state. He runs a lot of fundraisers. I'm almost positive he did a fundraiser for Lamont the last election, and he ran a big swanky one.
Yes.
So Sam Waterston, he should totally come out. That guy's got. I heard his house is gorgeous. I wonder what. In fact, yes, he lives in Cornwall.
Yes.
Yeah.
We tried to get him out. Actually,
did you?
When we were up in Cornwall doing darting across Connecticut.
You tried to get him out?
Yeah.
He's kind of reclusive, isn't he?
He wasn't around when we were up there. He
No?
was somewhere, but yeah, he wasn't around. But Cornwall, it's not that far from here.
No, he's one of my
35, 45.
He was one of my favorite people on
Not a big state.
Yeah, it's not. He was one of my favorite people on Law and Order. That's because I loved was it Jerry Orbach?
Okay.
That was my. I don't care what anybody says. He is classic Law and Order. But Sam Waterston, I used to love him because his he was sort of the moral compass on that show. Liberal is all get out, but he was still the moral compass. I mean, he just delivered that role. So yeah, Sam Waterston. If people know how to get in touch with him, he should come out. Again, there should be a who's who, because you see these red carpet things.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Those kind of events and those guys show up. This is one of those things where, like, the names who are the names should come out and be a part of this. It's good PR for them, and it's great PR for the folks at Salvation Army.
Where it's going. It's going
yeah,
right
I
here
mean,
in the
people
community.
see, those guys standing with Salvation Army, and that, forget about it. I mean, the dollars just roll in. And again, it's certified as a great cause and a good cause, and it's going to the place that it needs to go because it's helping those folks out. This is, okay, Ruddy says that he was the moral compass for that show because he had those eyebrows that went out 9 feet.
What do you got against big eyebrows?
Ruddy said he had the big 9 feet eyebrows on either side that look like bird wings. Well, yes. Those eyebrows, Ruddy, those eyebrows made him look, distinguished.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for my big eyebrow brother out there.
The big eyebrows seem wise and measured. They bring a certain degree of validity to an individual. You see those eyebrows and you say, those eyebrows.
I can trust that person.
Those eyebrows have seen some things.
Yes.
I totally get it. Everybody always mentions the guy's eyebrows. I think everybody's got to have a quality. Everybody's got a gimmick. Sam Waterston's eyebrows were his gimmick.
So you can come out and we can people can kibitz about eyebrows and my beard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There exactly. We should actually get two of you in a picture so we could
be hair everywhere. Hair.
So, again, folks, get on the phones if you know those folks. If you know a way to get in contact with them, reach out to them and say, hey, you know, this is a worthy cause. We'd love to see you out there. Show some support to this for the Salvation Army and what they do. Throw a couple of dollars in the kettle, take a picture, get on their slide reel so they can show people how many folks support them from all
we
sides
know
of
their
the aisle.
people listen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh,
Like,
we
get
know
texts
they're
from their
listening
pe-
now.
Yes, we get texts from their people, both sides of the aisle, that they're listening.
Exactly.
So I know it's act on those words.
Absolutely.
Come on out.
It is. And again, it's not about us. You don't even need to be a guest on the show. We don't need to communicate with you. But we'd love to see you out here. Take a photograph with you and say, look at the support the Salvation Army is doing year after year, the money that it's making. You know, it would be great if we could fund the Salvation Army to the point where it's no longer needed, but that will never be the case. But every year we have an obligation, I think, when everybody says, hey, we need to do more for our fellow man. Here's your chance. Here's your chance.
Put your piggy bank where your mouth is.
Exactly. Here's your chance. You know, I say to all those people talking all that nonsense, let's get it done. Michael B. says, are we going to discuss Charlemagne's eyebrows? They're almost... No, Charlemagne's not a part of this conversation. They always want me to be... The scallywags are the worst people in the world. I was expecting better from them, and they just turned into the most vicious group of mean girls I've ever met in my life.
You got to send them all big ladles for Christmas stirring the pot.
Exactly. I love the scallywags, but these guys are the worst group of mean girls I've ever met. Ever. They just... And the worst part is that they catch me off guard. It's like, I think there's a challenge because they text during the show and they go, which one is going to get Reese to laugh the most? So they say the most obnoxious things that they can. So thank you, Michael B. I appreciate you. Of course, he responds back, laugh out loud, because he knows he got me off my game. Thank you. I appreciate you. Anyway, when we come back, like I said, we've got Serenity Trinidad who's coming in. She's a youth program secretary for the summer camp at Salvation Army. We'll talk to her. And I'm very excited to speak to Larry Carr of the Old Guard. Now, for those of you who think that we're talking about the Old Guard in the Army, we're not. This is a completely different deal with the Salvation Army. When you find out what Larry Carr and all of his compadres do, you will be impressed. I can't wait to talk to him. He's coming up at about 4:40, 4:30 this afternoon. 4:10, we're going to talk to Serenity Trinidad, again, about the summer camp that they have available out in Camp Connery, which is Connecticut and Rhode Island. That's how you get that name, if you haven't heard about it. We'll find out all the things that they do for the kids out there as well. All right? So stand by for all of that. We've got we've got weather and traffic coming up as well. In fact, for a cold day, it's not that bad, right? What are we looking at? What's the temperature
Today was
today?
nice. Like, I went outside for that first time to that lovely lady who brought in all those duffel bags, and I was like, this is my first time outside.
You poor Joey. He's in here all
43
day.
degrees.
It's only 43?
This is beautiful.
That is a beautiful day for
balmy at this time of the year.
Exactly. Joey, I do have to say this. Joey is sitting in here waiting for me to get in. This is the reason why I come in at 11 to prepare, because I can prepare at home. But to keep you company, I'm saying, I would hate for you to have to wait all those hours just sitting here by yourself.
I got some stuff to binge watch.
Yeah, exactly. I totally get that. I wish that I had more stuff to binge watch, but I'm not. There's nothing that I'm watching. I do, however, want to see the P. Diddy Reckoning thing, but we got rid of Netflix, and I don't want to have to buy it just for this show.
I might know someone's got a Netflix.
Okay, good. Can they share it? Or?
We'll talk off air.
All right. All right, folks. We are sponsored by the Brown, Panduras, and Scott Law Firm today for the holiday store at Avon Old Farms. Don't forget, you can come on by. You can donate something, put a couple of dollars inside the kettle, drop off a toy. We do need, folks, we need girls' toys between infant and age 12. Okay, we are in desperate need of girl toys. You can come on down to Avon Old Farms Hotel. We'll take a break. More news, more views, and we'll even take some phone calls if you like at 860-522-WTIC. It's Reese on the Radio.
Steve Austin
what's up? It's Draymond Green. I'm back for my 14th NBA season, and my podcast, The Draymond Green Show, is back too. This season, I'm breaking down games, reacting to the biggest NBA stories, and sitting down with teammates, rivals, and culture shapers. And trust me, I'm not holding back, on the court or on the mic. 2 new episodes every week, new segments, big conversations, real basketball talk for the real hoop heads. Listen to and follow The Draymond Green Show wherever you get your podcast. We're back, we're better, let's get it.
Quick varies by plan, view contracts, and switching to EnduranceWarranty.com. Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission, $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. Call 800-253-6203. 800-253-6203. 800-253-6203.
And now, a WTIC news update.
3:30, Hartford temperature 45 degrees. I'm John Silva. WTIC 1080 News. A deadly road rage incident in West Hartford on Interstate 84 Tuesday has crew police investigating. Happened eastbound near exit 44. And some investigators say the operators of a tractor trailer and a box truck got involved, with one of the drivers exiting the vehicle and running across the highway, climbing onto the other vehicle. That person was run over and killed. And witnesses are asked to contact police if they have information. Police in Stamford have released the name of the person whose decomposing body was found in a home where a man exchanged gunfire and ultimately took his own life last year. The person been identified as 79-year-old Carmine Macuzzi and issued DNA from a family member to identify his remains. Medical examiner has ruled the death a homicide that Parkinson took his own life during that hours-long standoff. The owner of the Place to Be restaurant group due in court today for another hearing involving charges stemming from bad checks. Gina Nuari, he allegedly wrote fraudulent checks to a restaurant supply store totaling more than $10,000. Nuari has spoken out against the accusations against her and the company, citing various misunderstandings involving the bankruptcy team. The Federal Reserve has voted to cut interest rates by 1/4 of a percentage point. Indications are the Fed may leave interest rates as is in coming months. Instead of quarterly economic projections, Fed officials signaled they expect to lower rates just once next year. Ukraine officials are expected to present a new peace proposal to U.S. negotiators today. President Zelensky says it comes ahead of recent talks on Thursday with leaders from about 30 countries supporting Ukraine's efforts to end the 4-year-old war with Russia. Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado's daughter has accepted the Nobel Prize on her mother's behalf in a speech today written by Machado that Venezuela chose the world children must be willing to fight for freedom. WTIC News Times 3:32. Here's the forecast.
A couple of rain and snow showers around earlier today, ending during the evening. Mostly cloudy, breezy overnight, the low temperature 30. Windy, sun, and a few clouds tomorrow, and there will be a snow shower in spots with a high temperature of 34. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy and windy, the low temperature 21, and a mixture of sun and clouds staying on the breezy side Friday, the high temperature 33. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Dow's up 570 points, Nasdaq's ahead 114, and the S&P is up 55. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Here at ALO, we believe hearing solutions to your main drain problems shouldn't cost a thing. That's why we offer free mainline drain camera inspections and free estimates on sewer line repair or replacement. Contact the trusted professionals at ALO when you call, click, or text today and say, hello, ALO. Call for details. Licensed for safety. HIC 628926. P10277688 S1041347. D10401465. S330869, SM3004646, E1185643.
This holiday season, when you get them steel, batteries are included. Buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for gift ideas and seasonal savings. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Looking to retire with confidence? Get the answers you need. Tune in to Wall Street Sweeper with Russ Hackman. Sunday mornings at 9:30 on NewsTalk WTIC AM. Strategies, insights, and smart retirement talk. Don't miss it.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too. Your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist has got to work to fix it. Guaranteed for your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with promo code BECK. Terms apply.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-830-4914. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-830-4914. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-830-4914. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call
3 minutes.
4914. That's 800-830-4914.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Wesley Financial.
Apple has rediscovered its mojo in China. Counterpoint Research says that iPhone 17 sales have boomed in China since the new lineup debuted in September, enabling Apple to grab 25% of China's smartphone market. iPhone 17 sales are up double digits compared to the 16 series a year earlier. Counterpoint says that the 17 accounts for 80% of Apple's sales in China. I'm Jason Brooks.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial. Did you buy a timeshare when they tell you it's a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and the chances, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exclusive with all your options and information. Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-941-2255. That's 800-941-2255.
Hi, I'm Joe with SimpleSaleUSA.com, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 203-896-4000. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and more importantly, anywhere in Connecticut. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind-in-payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is trash and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying junk houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 203-896-4000. That's 203-896-4000. 203-896-4000.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio. Protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris
Chris, what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed?
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Whoa, hold up. Let's not put all 100 candles on the cake. Slow your roll. That's a fire hazard. And there's expensive radio equipment in here. And I'm not quite sure what I'm wearing is fireproof.
All right, it's Reese on the radio trying to figure out how to ring a bell for the Salvation Army. Having no idea how to do it. It just keeps spinning. It just spins. I don't know how to do this. They say to do it slow. Pardon. There we go. See? I figured it out. See, that's my problem. I'm not patient. Anyway, that is the that is the bell that you hear the usually dressed up as Santa Claus at the Salvation Army kettles, ringing those bells for you to donate at any one of the locations where you may see them. Just go there and drop off a couple of dollars if you have them in your pocket. We appreciate that. The Salvation Army does. And if you can't make it out to a location, please go online and donate, or you could just text 31333. Just text WTIC to 31333. We currently have $2,896. Have I refreshed this? Does it refresh on its own? Because I keep refreshing it, thinking that it's going to refresh on its own, but it may not be refreshing on its own. Nope, it's still there. 2896 is the number there. And again, like I said, folks, you don't have to give a whole lot of money. If you want to give $2, $3 to get that number up, you can. It doesn't matter, and you can be anonymous as well, ladies and gentlemen. You could be anonymous as well. You don't have to tell anybody. Everyone who's walked in here so far, with the exception of one person, has actually said, no, you don't have to give my name. And they gave a considerable amount of money. And they said, no, don't need to give up my name. Who's that we got on the line? Is that Jerry? Let's get Jerry's calling from Stafford? Stratford. Oh, Stratford. All the way down in Stratford. How are you, sir?
Hey, Reese, could you take a call about this housing bill, or are you doing and it's important work, are you doing...
Thank you, sir.
Salvation Army fundraiser?
Well, you know what?
Hold on. You could take the call, Reese, but seeing how you're in Stratford, can you swing by the WWE headquarters?
Yeah.
And see if Vince or one of the McMahons has some money they can text us?
Exactly. That would be helpful. Oh, no, that's
you're
Stanford.
down that way. You're a lot closer than us.
Well, you know what? It's interesting that you mentioned the housing bill. What was your question about the housing bill? Because I think I can almost incorporate what's being done here at Marshall House in what you're talking about. What was your question?
Well, my question was, I caught a snippet of what the governor said, and I think his words, as best I can recall, were, this bill will help families with young children get into housing, and this will help their grandparents to downsize. And it's the second half of that statement that I found alarming.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Why is it the business of the state as to when, senior citizens want to move out of home, in many cases move out of state, in many cases. So I didn't know if you knew.
Yeah, I almost feel like what he's hinting at, and I'll tell you what I find interesting. What he's hinting at sounds a little bit like there's going to be an initiative to get older people out of homes that they no longer should be in. In other words, if an older couple is in a 4-bedroom home and they have an empty nest, there would be some sort of incentive to get those folks out so that families can get into the homes that they need. Because and I don't understand exactly how the bill would do that unless they were going to. I think the objective is to incentivize that, right?
Well, the key word is incentivize. What's the incentive?
Right.
Do they put a gun to your head? Do they...
Right. Do they make it difficult for you to live there?
Yeah, I mean, I get like in places like New York City, they talk about people that had children decades ago hanging on to rent control.
Correct.
And subletting them and collecting the money. But that's different than knocking on somebody's door and saying your kids move, you got to move too.
Yeah.
You know, that seems very intrusive.
Yeah, that it does. And you know what? We might need to get to the bottom of exactly what that statement means and force that issue to say, you know, talking about seniors moving out of their homes, how exactly does the government expect to do it? How does the state plan to move those folks out, you know, and alleviate that sort of issue? But it's a great question. The only reason why I asked you what your question was today I learned something interesting that's happening in Connecticut when it comes to housing, and it is what's called an application fee scandal. Do you know about this?
I do not.
Okay, try this on for size. I found this out today from Marshall House, that there are landlords who are asking, like they put the apartment that is supposed to be rented in the newspaper or online. And in order for you to apply, they take what's called an application fee, which usually is around $50 to $75. Some of those landlords are taking applications from about 500 people and never renting to them because the application fee is non-refundable. Imagine the amount of money you can make doing that.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of thing that there has to be some transparency and disclosure about, you know, how many properties are available to rent and how many renters there are. So if you're the next guy going to plop down $50, $75.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're that far back in line, so why bother?
I think the entire thing, from even Lamont, from that perspective, I think the whole deal is a scandal. I mean, I really do. When I say scandal in the sense of, I think that there is no real quote-unquote housing issue. I think that this is a made-up issue to force folks into, in other words, bringing into not high-rise apartments, but apartment buildings into areas that don't want them, forcing communities that have been reluctant to have them or all-out refuse, forcing those folks to put those apartments in there. I do believe it's an opportunity to change the demographics of said locations. And on the other hand, I think it's an opportunity to back end or funnel cash into friends and organizations of the governor, if not other politicians in those communities. Because I don't think anything is on the up and up.
Well, I agree, because that old adage, never let a crisis go to waste.
Damn right.
We have a legitimate problem. The Democratic solution is always one that's not about solving it.
Exactly. Right, and you know, it's an interesting way that you can solve it. Think about the place where there is housing that needs to be renovated that they have not even focused on. And at the same time, they can revitalize a place that is hemorrhaging, and that is the city of Hartford. Hartford is not the mecca that it needs to be, right? It needs to be a thriving city in order to survive. They have landlords out there from Shelbourne to Lexington to Lars. All of them own properties down there that are empty, and those folks are taking out loans that they're now defaulting on. Why? Because no one is moving into the city and renting those spaces and that real estate in the city. No one is. So if you have more people in the city, and if you renovate the apartments that are there, you don't have a housing crisis anymore. I don't need you to build more housing in Bristol. I need you to build, better housing or improved housing in the city of Hartford, where all the business is. And if you bring more people there, more businesses come there, because again, there's more of a need, right? So you have everybody in the hustling and bustling city of Hartford. You revitalize it in that way, and then you don't have to worry about if you get Canton to build a high-rise, anymore. People are moving to the center of city.
Last point, and it's agreeing with everything you said. The former lieutenant governor of New York State, Betsy McCauley, or however you pronounce the last name,
Yeah.
wrote an editorial including about the Connecticut bill about 2-3 weeks ago. And the point was that the polling data shows that people who own homes, the majority of them people who rent, the majority of them vote Democrat.
Very right. Very true.
Democrats want to put all types of rental housing into Republican voting areas.
Exactly.
Basically it's bringing in voters. And by the way, if you bring 20 million people in over 4 years, and you haven't built housing for them, that's going to put stress on the housing market as well.
Exactly right. 100% on point.
If you get any insight as to what the governor means by helping the grandparents move out of their home to the downside, I'd sure like to know because people don't make say things like that off the cuff. There must be signaling some coercive effort on the part of the state and communities working with them to put the arm on grandma and grandpa and maybe 20 room under a bridge or maybe we move to unrefurbished and unredeveloped houses.
Indeed right. Yeah, like I said, you don't get that. It's sort of a tell on Lamont's part to say that in helping grandparents move out of their homes. That's an interesting way to phrase it. And if he didn't intend it that way, we should at least get to the bottom of it. It's a good point. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You got it. Do we have? Nope. We got to take a break, and we'll take Ralph in South Carolina later. We'll take him after the break. We've got to go into one real quick, and we'll be back. More news, more views. I presume Serenity Trinidad is sitting across from me. Okay, she is in the building. We will have her on. She is the youth program secretary for the summer camp. We'll talk to her in a little bit and stand by for all of that. In the meantime, while we're on a break, go online and text WTIC to 31333. Again, text WTIC to 31333. It's Reese on the Radio, live in the Avon Old Farms in Avon on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Hi, Eric Hogarth, Money Wisdom. This week we're going to talk about mistakes made right before retirement and even into retirement, how to avoid them. Tune in Saturday at 8:30 right here on TIC News Talk 1080.
Todd Cusson here, wishing you all a happy holiday season. Cusson Automotive has been servicing our customers for 29 years. I'm thankful for your loyalty and trust in all we do. I'm also thankful for the Cusson Elf, a.k.a. technicians with over 200 years of combined experience. Whatever car or sleigh you may be driving, Cusson Auto handles everything from oil changes to engine replacements. We want you safe and on time when you head over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house. From the Cusson Auto family to yours, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's do the holidays right. Cusson Automotive.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We all hear the radio ads about They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
It's Reese on the Radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
Like I said to you, Serenity Trinidad is joining us. She is from the youth program. She's a youth program secretary for the summer camp. We'll talk to her. And this is, folks, I kid you not, it's her first real interview. And she's going to have it with Reese on the Radio. They should have warned her. They should have warned her. Anyway, we'll be with her in a little bit. Weather and traffic coming up. It's a balmy day, so I'm hoping that the traffic is just as balmy and not all ridiculous. Let's take Ralph in South Carolina real quick, who's calling during the show. What's going on, big guy? Oh, there he is. Hey, what's going on, Ralph?
Good afternoon. A couple things. Perhaps you can explain something to me, Reese. First of all, we have a whole bunch of Somalis that were in the government.
Yeah.
They said there was only few. Apparently, as 87 is the few to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the thing that bothers me more than anything else is the first thing they do is cry racist.
Yeah. Well, what else are you going to do?
Well, what they're doing, in my mind, is saying if you're black and you cheat the government, it's okay.
Did you hear what Ilhan Omar said? She goes, if they didn't catch that the money was going to terrorism, that's the fault of the FBI for not finding it out first.
Well, I know. I mean, this woman is, you know, anybody who marries her brother comes to this country.
That is unconfirmed and unsubstantiated, according to Wikipedia.
She never denied it, ever. They had her run right to her face, and as soon as they said it, she changed the subject very quickly.
Well, I think right now, in fact, I just heard, it may have been this morning, that Tom Homan's got an investigation into that. So, yeah, go check it out. Go look up Tom. Just type in Tom Homan, Ilhan Omar, and I'm almost certain a report came out today that that's being thoroughly investigated.
Another thing, too, quickly, Reese, is the price of gas down here is about $2.50 a gallon.
No doubt. Congrats. No, well, that's South Carolina.
Well, you had to make a $30 purchase to get the 29.
That's not bad. That's good enough. At least it was only $30 purchase. Man, imagine it had been $100 in order to get it at that rate. That would have been bad.
Well, Connecticut, you would probably have to do that, but you would definitely wouldn't see 29 cents a pound. And I want to wish everybody up there a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Let's just pray and hope that Chris Murphy resigns his seat and they get somebody with a brain.
We want Chris Murphy to come on down to the holiday store, all right? We want to encourage them to come on down.
I want them to go on your show and answer questions from your audience.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate you, sir. Merry Christmas. Thank you, man. You too. All right, folks. In a little bit, coming up, Serenity Trinidad joins the program. She works at the summer camp. She is the youth program secretary. She will give us all the nitty-gritty about, let me see, paper crochet. She'll probably tell us about arts and crafts. I will find out, because I know you want to know, are they doing macaroni noodle picture frames anymore?
Flaming archery.
Flaming archery.
I want to see if I can get that added to the itinerary.
We'll find out all of that and much, much more when Trinity joins us. Stand by for that. Again, this is her first interview ever. I promise you, I will not handle her with kid gloves. We will get to the bottom of it all. Absolutely. Stand by for that. It's time for weather and traffic, our first check of weather and traffic during the show. Mark Christopher, he is in the BPS Traffic Center. How we doing, sir?
Thank you very much. Well, if you're heading into Hartford right now, southbound side of 91, delays 33 down to 32 A and B. A little slow again down by exit 28. More slow traffic as you move down by exit 22 in the Route 9 interchange. Westbound side of 84 slowing just after 56 Governor Street out to 45 Flatbush. 84 eastbound slows a half mile before 46 Sisson Avenue into the tunnel. 291 eastbound's tight getting over the Bissell Bridge from Windsor into South Windsor. 2 eastbound moving about Glastonbury to Marlboro. 9 northbound slows Harbor Park to the Argoti Bridge. A little slow traffic again as you move up on exit 37 in New Britain. If you are on the westbound side of 84, in Waterbury, some slow traffic 23 to the Mixmaster. 84 eastbound is a little tight by the 691 interchange in Cheshire. And 95 southbound, look for slow traffic 46 to 44 in New Haven. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
A couple of rain and snow showers followed a cold front through, mainly later today into the early part of the evening, but now we've got a mostly cloudy and breezy overnight for us, with a low temperature down to 30 degrees. A mix of sun and clouds with a snow shower in spots tomorrow. Windy though, the high temperature only 34. Partly cloudy, windy tomorrow night down to 21. A mix of sun and clouds Friday, staying breezy, the high temperature 33. Turning cloudy Friday night, the low temperature 21. Mostly cloudy on Saturday, the high 34. Cloudy Saturday night, the low temperature 20. And a bit of snow is possible on Sunday, the high temperature only 28 degrees, with the wind out of the northwest at about 8 to 16 miles per hour. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Hey, it's Eric Erickson, letting you know you can now hear me weekdays, noon till 2, right here on WTIC. Now you can listen live every day. I'll cut through the talking points and get straight to the truth. I'm going to give you my unfiltered take on politics, culture, and faith, and cover all the news as it happens. Join me weekdays, noon till 2. It's the Eric Erickson Show on WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC is celebrating 100 years on the air and 100 years of serving Connecticut. This is WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford, an Odyssey station.
It's 4 o'clock, Hartford temperature 45 degrees. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. State Police continuing to investigate that road rage incident in West Hartford along Interstate 84 on Tuesday. Started a little after 3. Eastbound lanes prior to exit 44. Troopers say the incident between the tractor-trailer driver and the operator of a box truck got out of hand. One of the drivers ran across the highway, went to tag that second driver. That person, the driver that ran across the highway, was hit by one of those vehicles and killed. Police had to shut the highway down for about 5 hours as they processed that scene. They're asking anyone with any information to contact them at the Troop 8 barracks in Hartford. Cases of flu have been on the increase in New York State. That has health experts here keeping track. Cases in our state are on the rise. That's typical post-Thanksgiving and during the holiday season, says UConn Health's Dr. David Bannock. He says they are tracking influenza A at this point. He has this advice on how to stave off flu, COVID, and RSV infection.
Wearing a mask can provide an added layer of protection against all these viruses. But I think the most important message is really, the flu vaccine as well as vaccines for COVID and RSV are the primary way that people in the community can protect themselves.
Other suggestions include frequent hand washing, cleaning surfaces, and coughing and sneezing into one's elbow, and not in the hands of those who are sick. Stay home. Big changes for the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving as it reaches 100 years. It's rebranding. The new name will be Greater Hartford Gives. CEO Jay Williams says the shift was carefully considered.
To a name that we believe better reflects our position in the region, that we think will help us attract more attention to the work that we are doing on behalf of the nonprofit communities and our donors.
And the rebranding includes a new promotional line, a strong foundation for all. Also making a physical change, building new headquarters at the intersection of Albany and Main Hartford. Federal Reserve is ending the year with a third interest rate cut. The private panel lowered the benchmark rate by a 0.25 percentage point. The majority cited a sluggish job market in the U.S. Business analyst Will Stetson.
The Fed's decision was not unanimous. For the second meeting in a row, Stephen Myron, who is President Trump's temporary appointment to the board, had favored a 0.5 percentage point cut instead of the 0.25 percentage rate cut. In addition to Myron's dissent, there were 2 additional dissents, but in the other direction.
And there was a drop in job creation in Connecticut for the month of September. Patrick Flaherty
Connecticut payroll jobs declined by 5,700 jobs in September to a level 4,500 jobs above 1 year ago. The unemployment rate was unchanged at 3.8%, the fifth consecutive month at that level.
September report was delayed due to the federal government shutdown this fall. Clarity says the numbers in Connecticut mirror what's happening nationally. Figures for August were revised from the previously reported 900 to 500 positions added. On Thursday, the Senate is expected to vote on dueling health care proposals. The clock, of course, ticking to do something. Many staring at skyrocketing premiums with Obamacare subsidies set to expire a year's end. Dee Roberts of Virginia Beach says her premiums could soar to as high as 110%.
My story is the story of millions of people that are being impacted by this. Some that could lose cancer treatments and things even more serious than mine.
She could wind up in a wheelchair for life. Wall Street, Dow up 497 points, NASDAQ up 77, S&P up 46. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Brought to you by ProHealth Physicians.
Friendships and other relationships are just as important for your health as eating well and being active. Hi, I'm Alexandra Ford, a family nurse practitioner with ProHealth Physicians. Good friends equal good health. Research shows that meaningful connections can improve your overall well-being. When you feel valued and accepted by others, you make healthier choices. You're also less likely to get sick and can handle stress and worries better. So, how can you foster these connections? It's simpler than you think. Carve out in-person time with loved ones, volunteer in your community, befriend your neighbors, or take on a new activity like pickleball. It's a great choice for both physical and social health. But if you ever feel alone or disconnected, we're here for you. Call your doctor for help.
Connect with the trusted local Heard from ProHealth Physicians. Call 1-855-CTMD-411 to schedule your first visit with them today. Or visit ProHealthMD.com to learn more about their care, expertise, and services.
It's Reese on the radio. And don't say we didn't warn you on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
Coming up very soon is Serenity Trinidad. She is the youth program specialist, to make sure we get that right, not secretary. She'll be with us in a little bit if you're watching online. That is that lovely young lady right next to me. I think she's somewhere around 11 or 12. She has an adult job, and she just, you look too young. You're like a baby. Goodness gracious. When I found out she was in college, I'm like, no, you're not. Stop lying. She's like young Sheldon. She's like a 10-year-old in college. So, anyway, we'll talk to her a little bit, talk about what she does in dealing with the youth at the summer camp. We'll get to all of that in a second, but you know what we do every time this time, and that is... I thought I did. Okay, there you go. It's way too loud. It doesn't matter. Between rounds, our winner today, in fact, I thought that I had the winner sitting in front of me, but of course, I do not, because I forgot to open up the screen where the winner was. But congratulations goes to, who is our winner? Steve P., who lives in Granby. Congratulations to you. You win the dozen bagels a month for 6 months, courtesy of Between Rounds, the Bagel Bakery and Sandwich Cafe, located in South Windsor, Vernon, and Manchester. If you'd like to win, you got to go to ReeseOnTheRadio.com. That's REESE ontheradio.com. Enter as many times as you like. You have to live in the state of Connecticut. You cannot have won within the last 6 months of today. What else? Oh, yeah, leave your telephone number and make sure you leave your date of birth. We will not call you. I promise I will not call you, even though I have your telephone number. I can call you anytime I like because you put it on my website. But I won't call you. Just fill out the form and just enter as many times as you like. You could possibly win. Don't forget, we will be doing a live broadcast from Between Rounds. I think we're doing it in South Windsor, and it is a date coming in the middle of January. We will have those details coming very, very soon. So you can join us there next month, a little more than a month, and we'll let you know very, very soon. All right, when we come back, Serenity Trinidad, Youth Program Specialist, will join us. We'll talk to her about what she does and how she got to the Salvation Army. Now let's get another check of weather and traffic. Mark Christopher, he's in the BPS Traffic Center. Hey, Mark.
All right, Reese, thank you very much. Well, 91 southbound delays 33 down to 32 A and B, and again 27 to 28. A little slow again as you move down by exit 22 in the Route 9 interchange. If you're traveling on the northbound side of 91, that looks good. Cromwell up into Windsor. Westbound 84 is tied up just after 56 Governor Street out to 45 Flatbush. 84 eastbound slowing, approaching 46 Sisson Avenue down into the tunnel. And if you're 2 westbound, just a little tight now as you merge with 84 west in East Hartford. 9 northbound slowing, Harbor Park to the Aragoni Bridge. Again, 9 northbound delays from exit 34 up to exit 37 in New Britain. And westbound 84 in Waterbury. Look for delays from exit 25A up to the Mixed Master. Eastbound 84 in Cheshire, slowing from exit 26 down to the 691 interchange. Then we have an accident on 91 northbound in North Haven, or New Haven rather, up by exit 8. The right lane's blocked there. Look for delays back to exit 6 behind that. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
Brought to you by NJM Insurance Group.
Why is NJM Insurance silent in an industry full of catchy jingles? And how do they do what's right when things go wrong? Tune into Baffling Mysteries to find out. This fictional podcast is brought to you by NJM. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
WTIC weather.
We've got some rain moving across the metro area right now, but the good news is it will dry out in about 2 hours or so. The temperature tonight dropping to 30 degrees. It will turn breezy behind a cold front. Windy tomorrow, the high only 34 with a couple of snow showers in a few spots. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy and windy down to 21 degrees. And Friday, breezy with periods of sun and clouds, the high only 33. Right now, it's 45 in Plainville, 46 in Meriden, and also 46 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Did you know that Connecticut has regional suicide advisory boards that help to eliminate suicide by focusing on prevention and post-vention response? Be a part of the solution. Visit amplifyct.org to learn more and amplify our mental health.
Tune into
I've been using that since I used to do Yin Yang Twins Radio online.
Your question.
That was like 2011.
Saturday mornings 11 till noon on WTIC News Talk 1080 and WTIC.com.
Join the Hartford Symphony Orchestra for Winter Dreams, December 12th through the 14th. Experience the enchanting sounds of Tchaikovsky's Symphony No. 1, Winter Dreams, led by music director Carolyn Kwan. Be inspired by 7-time Grammy nominee and violinist Curtis Stewart as he reimagines Vivaldi's 4 seasons in his groundbreaking work, Seasons of Change. This powerful pairing blends tradition with innovation. Don't miss this captivating concert. For tickets, call 860-987-5900 or visit hartfordsymphony.org.
Actual freight will depend
1
on...
minute.
Your products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/JOY.
It's Reese on the Radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
All right, as promised, Serenity Trinidad, the youth program specialist from Camp Conry, is here with us.
Hi.
First time, huh?
Absolutely.
You excited yet?
Yeah, I am.
A little nervous?
Just a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
That's okay, you're going to be fine. So, again, you are a young person yourself, and what I consider young person.
Right.
To look at you, I'm sorry. I'm like, if you don't mind my asking, at your age, we can ask. You're just 19.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay, 19, and you are the youth program specialist for Camp Conry, which deals with as many as 500 kids.
Yes.
That is your role. And you said it's surprising that I think that those are a lot of kids. Now, I'm like, you don't think that's a lot of kids?
No, we want as many kids as possible.
So you're like, the more kids, the merrier.
Absolutely.
You're one of those people just like, I'll take 1,000.
Yep.
Tell me, what's that interest like? Because if I remember correctly, according to your bio, you were one of the kids from this camp.
Yes. So I was a camper.
Okay.
And just being a part of that atmosphere, just being like, I think I was 12 years old when I was a camper, it's different. Like, it's different from being at home, and you're surrounded by people who care about you and who are always asking you, how are you? Are you okay? Are you having fun? And I think that's an important aspect of it all. But yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So, in doing, what brought you? Were you just, were your parents, say, looking for a camp, took you to the Salvation Army camp, and your relationship began there? Was there something else that sort of implemented your introduction to the camp?
Yeah. So I actually have been a part of the Salvation Army since I was 10 years old.
Okay.
So I've gone to Bristol, the Corps in Bristol, and I participated in almost every single youth program you could possibly think of.
Really?
I love the people. I love being around it. So that's how I got into camp at such a young age.
Right. So now, was this initiated by your parents, or did you find out about the program on your own and said, hey mom, hey dad, I want to do the Salvation Army thing?
So the Corps officers at the time, they signed me up.
Okay.
And hey, a free week, I get to go wherever that isn't home. Why not? And my parents were on board, so get me out the house.
And you're born and raised in Hartford.
Yep.
Always been there. And did you go to school in Hartford?
Yeah.
Were you Hartford High?
So for high school, I went to E.C. Goodwin. It's in New Britain. It's a trade school.
Okay, trade school.
Yeah.
Look at you, trade school in the house. Okay, okay. What kind of trade were you?
I was carpentry.
Oh, look, I'm double tap that. Carpentry.
Yeah.
Really? What was the interest that got you into that?
I was working with my hands.
Okay. All right. No, look, I'm just saying, there's some odd, sort of things there you don't generally hear. Young ladies getting into carpentry. Were there other members of your family, or this was just you on your own?
Me on my own.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Things become an interest to kids for whatever reason it is, and once you take to it, you take to it. So that's just the deal. So you go to camp. How many years were you attending the camp before you got an opportunity to, I guess, in essence, run it or not become a staffer?
So since I was 12, maybe 12, 13, I was a camper, and then as soon as I turned 14, I applied to work as a regular staff member.
Right.
And then from ages 14 to 17, I worked.
So when you're working at age 14?
Yeah, so that's...
What can you do at age 14 as a staffer at the camp? Can you be a camp counselor that young?
No.
No, okay.
Actually, when you're 14, 15 years old and you're working at camp, we have a program called Grace Team.
Okay.
And they primarily work in the kitchen and the dining hall. However, it is a program for you to shadow other staff members on camp, so that you can learn all the different jobs, so that when you age up in camp, you can work there.
Did you ever become a camp counselor at some point?
No.
No interest in being... I like when we have a lot of kids, I just don't want to counsel.
I find myself more drawn to the kids that need extra attention.
Okay.
Because I can take my time. I don't have to worry about 10 other kids. I can sit with the one.
Okay. So, and now your sort of expertise here as the youth program specialist. Now, if I'm getting this right, just based on its name, are you the person who comes up with all the ideas for the kids to participate in camp?
Yes. Along with the camp directors.
Okay, camp directors. So, all right. So, bring me back to my own question. My earlier question, macaroni noodle frames. We still got that, or what? Is that still a thing? Because
as creative as those kids can get, we do it.
You still do it. You still do it. Okay, I'm glad to see that that's still happening at camp. Not that I would ever put my picture in one of them, because anytime my kids brought that home, I went, "Oh, festive."
Right. Whether they last the week at camp, I couldn't. Yeah. I can't promise you that.
So, what are some of the things that are very, very popular when you were coming up with ideas? I'm assuming you're trying to come up with new stuff that the kids may find. What's some of the things that you introduce these kids to? And is it based upon need, or is it something that kids are sort of gravitate to on their own? Like, how do you do that?
So we have like normal programs like archery, rock wall, ropes course, things like that. But then I think our main focus is where all our creativity goes is our evening programs.
Oh, evening programs.
Yeah.
Okay. And
So-
what are those? How would that look?
So it's just like if we have a weekly theme, our evening program is based on that weekly theme, and it's a chance for the kids to, as a whole, because during the day they're like broken up with their cabins, they come together, everyone, and they, have a good hour fun together.
That's interesting. Now, we had Ruby Brown on day before yesterday. Was that it? Yesterday. Wow, it was yesterday. Goodness gracious. Okay, because these days are so weird. So we had her on yesterday because she runs up the hill the senior camp that a lot of the kids, I presume, are in your camp and that are separated. Do you know Ruby at all?
No.
You're not familiar? You keep you guys that separated and even at the same camp? Okay, so you have no association with whatever they do up there.
No. As far as I'm concerned, the senior camp would be the older, like adults.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So you have no. There's no.
Not really.
Okay. So Ruby was serious when she said there's like those campers never ever they never see their grandchildren during that time that we did. How long is the camp?
Our youth camp?
Yeah, your youth camp.
So we run 6 weeks, but
Okay.
it's broken up by session.
Okay.
So
talk to me about that, like how
it works.
Yeah, per session.
So we normally our average from last summer was about 100 campers a week.
Okay.
And you come Monday through Friday.
Okay.
And you go home. And if you're signed up for the following session, you're more than welcome to come back.
Right.
But we try to keep it like different kids. But we do have a lot of returners throughout the summer.
A lot of returners. And is there a waiting list process? Is there like you get like a bunch of kids who can't get in because you don't have enough spaces? Like what? Because I understand it's incredibly popular, this camp.
So in past years, I'd say that they filled, because I wasn't here, past years, but they would fill all their beds and they would do very well. However, due to COVID and kind of getting back on our feet, we are kind of struggling to get campers in beds. Yeah, so as of right now, there's no waiting list.
Okay.
As of right now, we take every camper, no matter their needs.
So talk to me a little bit about that. Like, so to become, I guess, a kid in the camp or a parent who wants their kids to go to the camp, and you said it's a sleepaway, if I got that correct, right? So Monday through Friday, the kids spend the night. I'm assuming this is an opportunity for parents to get, a little, a break from the kids. What's the process? I mean, as far as like, you apply to go in, is there I'm sure there's a fee, and I'm sure that the fee is according to one's need or according to one's ability to pay, right? Yeah. So what are some of the ways in which people can find out or get in touch with the camp if their kids want to go? What would you suggest?
So we do have a website, campcounty.org, that Mike Valdelli is currently working on.
Okay.
But right there you can find all of the local Salvation Army Corps. So if you live in that zip code, you can contact them and let them know, hey, I have my kids that are interested in going to Camp Connery, and they determine the fee. And it's not like, it's never really anything outrageous. I think it ranges from like nothing to like $35.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's,
Wait a minute, nothing to $35 for the week? Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I mean, don't you think? I mean, that's.
It is, because I grew up in the Salvation Army, so I just
so it's
know,
sort of
like,
normal to you to see it there. It's like you couldn't think of any other place. The only camp you've ever been a part of is the Salvation Army camp, right? Yeah, I went to a place called Robin Hood's Day Camp when I was a kid, and it was an okay place.
Yeah.
The guy who worked there could never get my name right.
Right.
We had way too many kids. My last name is Hopkins. He called me Hawkins for 5 weeks. Hawkins! That's not my name. But he would say all the time he'd get my name wrong. I miss the camp experience. I think it's fantastic. Do you miss?
I miss being a camper.
Yeah, you were going to ask that.
Of
So do you
course.
miss being a camper?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's great. So do you get to spend time with the kids there as well, like as a director, or are you all office now?
So during the day, I try to go around and take photos and just kind of like be involved a little bit, but most of the time I am in the office, except evening program, because I plan it I help also run it. So I'm
Right.
there with the kids, kind of hyping them up, getting them excited. And same thing in the morning, we have morning discovery where they get a devotional and they get to learn about Jesus a little bit. And I'm there too, also like hyping them up and whatnot.
Is it a very fun and festive sort of like youth? Because one of the things that they say about young people, as far as the faith and stuff, it is difficult to get children in that space. What's the challenge there, if any? Or do the kids just willingly sort of embrace the faith inside these?
Some kids, they come in open mind, open heart, and they accept everything as it is. However, we of course obviously get those kids that are coming from a home that aren't as secure, and they always have their guard up. They always have walls up. So to be able to see that kind of camper come in on Monday and kind of be like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what is going on. To like slowly breaking the wall down.
Yeah.
And then by Friday, they don't want to leave.
That's good.
By Friday, they're like, okay, I'm coming next week.
That's great. That's good. And the parents are very supportive of the kids going there, probably because of what they get out of it.
Yeah.
And the youth, the youth camp, you only went between 12, you said 12 and 13?
Yeah.
How long can the kids go? Because there's an age,
Yes,
a sort of cap, so to speak, right?
So we go from ages 7 to 12 on a normal session.
Okay.
We do have a music and arts camp that run from 7 to like borderline 14.
Right.
So like it's just for that week, but that is mainly for chorus.
Are teenagers, do they have an ability to volunteer as camp counselors? Because I mean, I know. Yeah. Okay. So do you have a lot of that at the camp? Because some of the kids.
Volunteers.
Yeah, like kids who want to become camp counselors at the camp. Do you have that availability for them to do that? Because when my kids went to camp, I'll never forget the first time we took our daughter to the camp in Pennsylvania. I couldn't believe how many teenagers signed up to be camp counselors. Is that the same case?
Yeah, so they're more than welcome. We always would love the extra hands, the extra help. And this past summer, we haven't really had any volunteers other than music camp. Because a lot of times, the local corps officers, they bring their teenage daughters or sons, and they help out. And that's very helpful because that is one of our larger
There's a music
weeks.
program?
Yeah.
In what capacity is there music? Like instruments?
Yeah, so
really?
we do brass, dance, drama, puppets.
Puppets?
Yeah, mime. All
Really?
Of it, all of it. Yeah.
All of it. That's actually impressive. Okay, now look, I'm too old.
You want to do some puppets?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No. Nothing against the children. I'm at that age where the children should be sitting quietly and reading. So, but we know that will never ever happen because they're too rambunctious. Nothing
Kids are
against
kids.
them. Kids are kids. I'm just impressed by you, as young as you are, being so
thank you.
enthusiastic about doing this. What are your future plans, if any? Are you going to just remain with the program and just move up?
That question. I feel like I get it every other
course.
week.
I'm sorry. It's just
That's
a question because you're a young lady and
No,
you're all the way in. You're already in college. There, of course, the world is your oyster, so to speak, and plenty of opportunities for you, especially growing up in this environment.
Yeah. So I plan to stay, as long as I can. I am in school to be a teacher.
Okay.
And I just love kids.
I almost feel like that's a natural thing for you. Just hearing you sounds like she's going to be a teacher at some time.
Yeah, I plan to do a little bit of teaching, but my ultimate calling in my heart that Jesus has placed in my life is to become a corps officer.
Really?
Yeah, to go to the training school, wear the epaulets, the whole
Everybody who's listen, without beyond a shadow of a doubt, every person I've ever spoken to has found this organization to be a way of life almost. And they've been inspiring to me to actually, it's like, I almost feel like I have to find a new way to get involved with the Salvation Army. So,
Come to camp.
Say again?
Come to camp.
No, that's never happening. No, absolutely not. It's just, it's too loud. It's just too loud. The kids are just too darn loud. And the music. I can't do with the music. That's all. Thank you. I really, really appreciate you. Everybody, Serenity Trinidad, the youth program specialist of Camp Connery. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Let's get another check of weather and traffic. Mark Christopher's in the BPS Traffic Center.
All right, Reese, thank you very much. Well, 91 southbound delays 33 down to 32 and being again 27 down to exit 26 in Wethersfield. And some more slow traffic as you move between 22 and 21 in Cromwell. Another bump 19 down to 18 in Meriden. Now, if you are traveling westbound 84 delays 56 Governor Street out to 44 Prospect Oakwood, 84 eastbound slows. About a mile before 46th Avenue into the tunnel. 2 eastbound, some slow traffic coming off of Route 84. East to Route 2 eastbound out to exit 3. Westbound on Route 2 slowing 1D up to the 84 West merge in East Hartford. Westbound 291, you've got slow traffic from exit 2 in South Windsor over to the Bissell. 291 eastbound slowing from I-91 over to the Bissell Bridge. Heading into Middletown, both sides of 9 heavy approaching the Aragoni Bridge. 9 northbound slowing again, 32 up to 37 in New Britain. Eastbound 84 Cheshire tight 26 down to the 691 interchange. And westbound 84 slowing in Cheshire 26 to 25 again, 22 to the Mixmaster in Waterbury. Traffic and weather together on the 8th, WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
A couple of rain and snow showers followed a cold front through, mainly later today into the early part of the evening, but now we've got a mostly cloudy and breezy overnight for us, with a low temperature down to 30 degrees. A mix of sun and clouds with a snow shower in spots tomorrow. Windy though, the high temperature only 34. Partly cloudy, windy tomorrow night down to 21. A mix of sun and clouds Friday, staying breezy, the high temperature 33. Turning cloudy Friday night, the low temperature 21. Mostly cloudy on Saturday, the high 34. Cloudy Saturday night, the low temperature 20. And a bit of snow is possible on Sunday, the high temperature only 28 degrees, with the wind out of the northwest at about 8 to 16 miles per hour. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
And now, a WTIC news update.
4:30, 44 degrees with light rain in Hartford. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. Stanford police have identified the person whose body was found in an explosives-laden home where a man opened fire on police officers during a standoff last week. Carmine Bocuzzi, they say, was 79. His death has been ruled a homicide. Jed Parkington took his own life in that home during the standoff. State police continue their investigation into a crash, or actually a incident on Interstate 84 in West Hartford on Tuesday. They're asking witnesses to come forward regarding a deadly road rage incident that closed the highway for several hours. One of 2 truck drivers got out of their vehicle and ran across the highway in congested traffic, hopped under the second truck and got into a fight before being run over and killed on the highway. Meriden police have arrested a former Maloney High School student accused of sexually assaulting a student who has since graduated. 39-year-old Ciara Picard turned herself in last week, according to police. Picard is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a student at Maloney several years back. She has since resigned her position. The Fed has raised its interest rates 1/4 of 1 percentage point. That came down earlier today. Fed governors say it could mean not as many interest rate cuts for next year than the cut today, 1/4 of 1 percentage point. A judge has ruled secret grand jury transcripts from Jeffrey Epstein's 2019 sex trafficking case can be made public in compliance with a new law enforcing transparency on the Epstein issue. And big news out of Major League Baseball. A person with knowledge of the agreement says the Baltimore Orioles have agreed to a $155 million 5-year deal with Mets slugging first baseman Pete Alonso. That deal is pending a physical. It's a major move for the O's, who have vowed to be aggressive following the last place finish. As for Alonso, he had 278, 38 homers, 126 RBIs last season for the Mets with Heritage. He would make the first baseman an All-Star. On Wall Street, the markets finished up amid news of the interest rate cuts. The Dow finished up 497 points, and NASDAQ up 77, and the S&P was up 46 points. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Men, it's the holidays, the season of all kinds of hustle and bustle. But if your energy is down, if you aren't sleeping well, if your sex drive is MIA, and you just don't feel like the guy you once were, maybe it's tough to get excited for all the holiday cheer. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, and if this sounds like you may have low testosterone. And if so, this is the season for you to get treated. At Northeast Men's Health, we're experts in treating low T. If you're like most guys, you'll feel the change in just a few weeks. And truly, the results can be life-changing. You'll have improved mental clarity. Your energy will pick up. Your workouts will be better. Your sleep patterns will improve. And you're so go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice.
You're listening to Lee. And the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a leaf filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, .com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Stay locked in. Reese on the Radio is on WTIC News Talk 1080.
All right, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are saying to yourself, you know what, I'm about to get off work, I'm about to get in the car, and I am going to have to suffer through this traffic. But you know what? I feel like I should go over and go see Reese on the Radio over at Avon Old Farms. And you should. You should get in your car right now and come on by. And if you've got $1 or $2 or $1,500, come on by and put it in the kettle. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's some people out there with the wad of cash just burned in their pocket. They could probably want to, spend some money on some electronics or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is you guys, whatever fancies you. We've got a kettle sitting over here that's just dying for your cash to help out the folks at Salvation Army. Come on by, say hello, and drop a couple of those coins right inside of the kettle at Avon Old Farms. We're going to be here till 6 o'clock, maybe 6:15. But if you want to come on by on your way home, come hang out with Reese on the Radio. Also, Larry Carr from the Old Guard is going to be on the program in a little bit. We'll talk to him about the Old Guard and what they do, because I'm a little confused about it, because I may need their services very, very soon, and I want to find out if I might be eligible for the help that Larry Carr is giving to a lot of folks in and around the community, and whether or not you might need him as well. So stand by for that. Don't forget, please text WTIC, that is WTIC, to 31333. Again, WTIC, text that to 31333. We have $2,896 in the till in our Text to Give campaign, and we need $30,000.
It'd be awesome to make $3,000, get past that $3,000.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get that. Let's get that $3,000.
Yeah, it's micro goals.
That's what we can, exactly. You know what? Incremental goals. That's what we get. So technically, what we need is $104.
There's got to be someone out there that can easily do
that. $104, right? And 3 of you can actually contribute that by right now texting WTIC to 31333. And we can get that before I get out of here. Let's get to $3,000. And then, hopefully, we'll get to $30,000 tomorrow.
There you go.
We don't have to do it today. Hopefully, by tomorrow. All right, let's get another check of weather and traffic. Mark Christopher, he's in there. He's in the BPS Traffic Center. Mark Christopher, do you have $104 I could borrow, right now? I don't, he's ignoring me. Or he's not there.
I'm right here, Reese.
Okay, Jose.
Good afternoon.
That's all right. I was asking if you had $104.
Do I have $104? Believe it or not, I do.
I knew it.
Do you need a loan, or do you need me to? What do you need?
I don't need anything. I was just saying we're trying to get this thing up to $3,000. It's $104 to get us to $3,000 at Texas
right.
gift. So
next week I will be out at the Holiday Store and I will bring a check for more than $100.
Can't wait.
That's
we totally
happen.
appreciate
that
it.
is going to happen next week when you're at the Holiday Store, and I will look at the schedule and I will be out there.
You got it, sir.
To fund the coffers of the Salvation Army.
You got it, sir.
If you're heading into Hartford right now, southbound 91, look for delays from exit 38 down to 37. Looks like we have an accident between 38 and exit 37, so look out for some slow traffic there. That accident on 91 southbound in Windsor. If you are traveling into Hartford right now, look for slow traffic 33 down to 32 A and B, again 27 to 28. Slowing again as you move down by exit 22 down to exit 21 in Cromwell. If you're traveling south of that, a little tight again, 19 down to 18 in Meriden. Westbound side of 84 is tied up just after 56 out to 45 Flatbush Avenue. 84 eastbound slowing a half mile before 46th Avenue down to the Bulkley Bridge. Now it looks like we have some slow traffic now, 84 eastbound out in Vernon, and it looks like there could be an accident. And it looks like it's between exit 63 and 64, 65 in Vernon, so look for a lane to be blocked there. If you are heading on Route 2 westbound, some slow traffic by exit 4 again from 1D up to the 84 west merge. 2 eastbounds heavy off of I-84 out to exit 3 in East Hartford. 9 northbound slows Harbor Park to the Aragoni Bridge, and again from exit 32 to 37 in New Britain. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
Brought to you by Staples. Have an easy holiday, only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely. Don't forget custom cards, invites, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Staples. That was easy.
WTIC weather.
We still have a couple of rain showers to get through this evening as an Arctic cold front pushes through. Following that, we will have mostly cloudy sky. It will be breezy, low temperature of 30 tonight. A mix of sun and clouds, windy tomorrow. A snow shower in a couple of spots. A high temperature 34. Partly cloudy, windy tomorrow night down to 21. Periods of sun and clouds Friday, breezy, still chilly. And a high temperature 33. Right now it's 42 in Windsor, 46 in Manchester, and 45 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume by New Nordic. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair aisle at your local CVS.
Winning doesn't start on game day. It starts with preparation, trust, and the right team. Just ask UConn's Braylon Mullins.
I trust the team at BPS Lawyers, just like I trust my teammates on game day.
At BPS Lawyers, we prepare like champions, fighting for you in personal injury, family law, and more.
I'm Nick Payne-Garris. At BPS Lawyers, we're one full-service firm. All your legal needs, always.
BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Christmas holiday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Christmas holiday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUD
30 seconds.
Hearing.com.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide.
Oh, right, here we go.
841-2255. That's 800-941-2255.
The NAACP calls him, whoa, I don't think I'm allowed to read this. It's Reese on the radio. Let's just say some people are not fans. On NewsTalk 1080 WTIC.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. No matter where I go for the rest of my life, WTIC is always going to be the bee's knees when it comes to radio. because of the listeners of this network, the listeners of WTIC, that's okay, the listeners here, the people who support this network and support the show, I will love you guys forever and a day because of the moment that I am expressing you. Everything else you've done has been fantastic, but this moment right here is the creme de la creme of what I'm talking about. Sir, what's your name? JR. I said that in order for us to reach this goal today of $3,000 to somebody to show up with $104, and JR drove off the street and came here to the Avon Farms, Old Farms Hotel with cash, $120, just in his hand. I'm please put it in the kettle, JR. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. And thank you so much for listening and supporting the show. Thank you, man. I really do. God bless you, man. Thank you. He lives down the street, and he came right across to show up with $104. Folks, this is the reason why I tell you there's nothing better than you folks ever in my life. No one's ever been able to. I mean, it's incredible. I'm sorry. I don't even know what to say. I'm lost for words. Sitting with us is Larry Carr from the Old Guard. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Yes, indeed.
Really appreciate you. And thank you for being here for what you just saw, which is incredible.
I was a witness.
It's amazing what folks do here in Connecticut and what you folks do. If I'm understanding this correctly, and I hope that you correct the record for me. So, Larry Carr, the Old Guard is a group of folks, retired veterans?
Retired and semi-retired, but not necessarily veterans.
Okay, not necessarily veterans,
No.
but there are a group of folks that get together and will help individuals in need with a myriad of services.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about some of the things that the Old Guard does.
The Old Guard is a group of that was formed back in 1966.
Wow.
And so we're just approaching our 60th year. And it's a group of retired and semi-retired men who are looking to serve the community. And we meet every Tuesday morning.
Okay.
And amazingly, we get 100 guys show up every meeting.
Wow.
On a Tuesday at Westminster Presbyterian Church. And we have speakers, we have storytellers, and we are big contributors to a number of not-for-profits in the area. I mean, we do Food Share, we do Food Bank, we do certainly the Salvation Army, which we've done for a great many years, manning the Red Kettle outside of the post office on LaSalle Road in West Hartford. We'll have at least 40 or 50 of our members will man the Red Kettle during the next few weeks.
Okay.
We do Meals on Wheels. We do Habitat for Humanity. So there's a lot of time, both time and talent, if you will.
Sure.
And treasury that gets devoted to those not-for-profits, and we feel real good about it.
Now, a lot of the folks in the Old Guard, I heard, maybe you can clarify for me, but many of them are skilled in certain trade, be it painting or landscaping, something along those lines. Do you guys provide help for folks who are in need of some of those services that I kind of was made to understand?
Those a lot of those services we do through Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
And in addition, there is a group that we support called the Seniors Job Bank.
Okay.
And the Seniors Job Bank are folks over 50 who register saying, look, I'm interested in supporting and looking for either part-time or full-time jobs.
Okay.
And a lot of those anywhere from handymen to painters, to your point.
Mm-hmm.
And I happen to be on the board of the Seniors Job Bank as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is in how that operates. Now, is that a part of your Tuesday meetings to sort of break down where the need is? Is that, I guess, the best way to phrase it?
Well, we actually have committee chairmen from the Old Guard that are associated with each of these not-for-profit pursuits.
Okay.
And so, in my case, the last few years, I've been the committee chair for the Salvation Army, and have been actively involved in recruiting people for the Red Kettle campaign, and so we're thrilled to be a part of that.
Now, you said that this has been around since the
1966.
60s. 66.
Almost 60 years now.
Yeah. Don't remind me. I was born in '69. But
A youngster.
People still. It doesn't matter how old I get. They keep calling me youngster. What was the? How did this become a thing in 1966? Who was the sort of the brilliant mind that came up with it? Was it a group of men who got together and say, "Hey, how could we be of service?"
It was originally.
Okay.
Now, I must say I wasn't there in 1966.
I got that, sure.
Although I was certainly around in 1966.
Okay.
And the group came together and said, gee, one, we want to contribute some portion of our time to causes that are in furtherance of the community, right? And serving the underserved in large part.
Right.
And in addition, by coming together every Tuesday, we also meet that socialization need.
Okay.
You know, you hear about what a big issue it is, social isolation for seniors.
Indeed.
It deals with that issue. Right?
Wow. Yeah. It's so funny because for years I've talked about this. I want to say I kind of started a campaign in 2008. Not an official one, but I think for me personally, my campaign was that in 2008 I didn't know my neighbors. I was living in an apartment building in Boston, and I didn't get to know my neighbor until I was smoking in the hallway, and she was arguing with me about the smoke going into her apartment. Anyway, I ended up meeting her, talking to her, and then weirdly enough, I'm on the radio, and I'm talking about meeting my neighbor and what they do. I get a text message from someone who's listening to my show, and it turns out that the person listening to my show is actually the mother of the next door neighbor. And it started this conversation about not knowing who we live next to. Exactly. Who are the people who can help us in the event of a blackout or some other calamity?
Exactly.
You know, a flood, you know, anything for that matter. Because we don't know who has resources that could help us. We don't know that a senior might be living next door when it's bitterly cold and there's no heating inside the building, to check on our neighbors when it's very hot. Those things are very important because everyone's looking out for one another when those moments happen, and because of organizations like yours, hey, where's Bob? We haven't heard from him today.
Exactly. I mean, and so when we have these meetings every Tuesday, if Bob doesn't show up, people know it.
Yeah.
And they seek him out, you know, and they'll make a call, they'll text, they'll go by the house. And it makes a huge difference, I think, when someone's out there caring. Right?
And so you said there's about 100 men that meet every Tuesday
morning.
How can one get their parent or grandparent involved? That's probably something that we should at least get the information out to.
That's an excellent question.
Yes.
We have a very active website they could go to.
Okay.
And the address of that is CT, capital CT, oldguard.org.
Okay, ctoldguard.org.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And it'll tell you all about our programs, our speakers. We have great speakers every Tuesday. I mean,
Okay.
We've had the mayor of West Hartford, the mayor of Hartford. We've had the president of the Hartford Foundation. We've had the head coach of a couple of basketball teams. We've had a great cadre of people speak to us.
So if I get this correct, you said that men 50 and older
That's correct.
can join.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So you could be part of it.
That's right, because I'm 56 now. No, there's so many. I'll be honest with you. One of the things that I really have sort of recognized is that there are not a lot of organizations for men at a particular age. You know, nowadays I almost feel like the only time men congregate is when they've got fantasy football meetings and stuff like that. But there is no real, you know, sort of group association. You could join like the Elk Lodge and things like that.
Right.
Is this anything like that at all? Like the Elk Lodges or the, you know, the Masons? You know, or is it less? It's secretive. Like you guys don't have a handshake of sorts.
No, not yet. But that's a great idea.
So it is more of a community.
Open. It's a very open forum.
Is it?
Yes,
Really? If you don't mind my asking, where are the meetings? Where do they take place?
The meetings take place in the Fellowship Hall of Westminster Presbyterian Church.
Okay.
Which is on Boulevard Street in West Hartford.
Okay.
And
that's every Tuesday. Now, in order to go, do they have to? Is there a sort of, can they just show up and then become a member, or?
Yes.
Okay, they can just show up. Okay.
Absolutely, they can be our guest one or more times, get the feel for it.
Yeah.
Then they get sponsored by one of the members.
Okay.
Into the program.
Tuesdays at what time is a good time?
People usually show up about 10, mostly because they want to have chat with one another, but the meeting starts at 10:30 in the morning.
Okay, 10:30 in the morning.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just one day a week.
Correct.
I'm assuming some of the gentlemen get together for other things like golf or
absolutely.
sort of fundraisers and
there's
things.
Bowling, there's golf, there's all those
Hey,
fun
Roland,
activities.
there's bowling. Roland's a big bowler.
But for example, we've got I was at Food Share sorting and all that food, and we had a dozen old guard members there doing that. All of these things, we've got, like I said, I don't know, 50 volunteers at those red kettles.
Wow, yeah,
on behalf of the Salvation Army.
That relationship has been going on, I'm assuming, since the 1960s, right?
Many years.
It
certainly predates me.
Yeah. Do the guys? I mean, the kettle run. Is that generally around the Christmas time area?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Our participation.
Yeah, your participation is usually during Christmas time. The guys don't complain about the cold. I guess they're enthusiastic to do it in the cold. Huh?
You know what's great is you meet a lot of members of the community because we're set up right in front of the post office.
Right.
So it gets good traffic.
Sure.
Yeah. And in addition, I mean, we've got 2 or 3 old guard people at the kettle, and we get to know one another even better.
Right.
A bit better just by conversing there.
I love that sense of community. I'll tell you, one of the biggest problems I've had in the communities I've lived in is not meeting a lot of men my own age with the same interests, who I can sort of converse with and talk about, the old times.
Sure.
With and sort of like remember as we stand around and judge the young people in their tight pants, things like that. So I would love to get around and just kind of talk to some guys my age and say, you see those young kids around here today?
Right. The old guard, I mean, they come from all walks of life.
Yeah.
I mean, there's doctors, lawyers, there's, from all kinds of different backgrounds and experiences. And like you say, it's the accumulated knowledge of that group that is adding a lot of value to these not-for-profits.
So you're saying there's a guy there that can tell me about this mole?
Absolutely.
Just wondering.
So we could take a biopsy right now.
I appreciate that. Larry Carr from the Old Guard, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you.
Thanks for the time.
No, it's my pleasure. Anything, by the way, before we get up out of here, do we have some time? Yeah, real quick, in a minute's time. What would you like folks to know about the Old Guard, at least either joining it or something that you believe would be valuable, if not invaluable, to the community?
I think that this is a great forum for what we call fellowship, friendship, and fun.
Yeah.
And done in a way that benefits a lot of not-for-profits, right? So you feel good about coming together for those events and on Tuesday morning, right? It's not about just, being at the pub and throwing a couple down.
Sure.
This is very different. This is very different. People are trying to fulfill kind of their obligations to the underserved, and I think we're doing a great job of it.
Yeah, it's so funny because I love the way people talk about organizations, or at least all the interviews I'm about to have. People have been telling me, Joey, of course, and it was like, oh, I can't wait till you meet this guy who does this, or this person. And to be honest with you, not one person has ever disappointed, and I've been absolutely thoroughly impressed by everything that you folks do. So I thank you for doing it and coming out and telling me and the audience about it and letting us know that we can all play a part in serving a community that is, again, as you put, underserved.
And come by some Tuesday morning. You can be my guest.
I think I will.
All right.
I think I'll take you up on that. Tuesday morning, you say 10 o'clock?
10:30.
Yeah, I can make it there.
Be there.
I can do that, absolutely. All right, folks. Larry Carr of the Old Guard. Let's get another check of weather and traffic. We'll be back in a minute, I think. Well, at least they're holding me up for a second. It seems like I'm in a holding pattern. And, anyway, when we come back, more news, more views. Oh, that's right. And I've got Hollywood news, and it involves the Salvation Army. You don't want to miss this, so stick around for it. All right? Here's Mark Christopher. He's in the BPS Traffic Center. Hey, Mark.
All right, Reese, thank you very much. Good afternoon. If you're heading 84 eastbound into Hartford, delays about a mile before 46th Avenue down to the Bulky Bridge. Look out for an accident 84 eastbound on the Manchester-Vernon line between exits 63 and 64-65. Right shoulder block there, a little bit of a delay behind that. Westbound side of 84 slowing 56 Governor Street out to 45 Flatbush. If you're traveling 91 southbound, you'll see some slow traffic approaching 38 in Windsor. Again from 33 down to 32 A and B, 27 down to 28. More sluggish and stop-and-go traffic from exit 23 in Rocky Hill. And it's sluggish right down to 19 in Meriden. If you are traveling 291 eastbound, slowing off of I-91 in Windsor over to exit 2 in South Windsor. 2 westbounds tied up 1D up to the 84 West Merge. 2 eastbound slows off of I-84 out to exit 3. Heading into Middletown, both sides of 9 heavy approaching the Aragoni. 9 northbound slowing in Berlin from 32 up to 37. If you are traveling westbound 84 into Waterbury, some slow traffic 25A up to 25. South 95 New Haven slowing 46 down to 44. And look out for an accident on the shoreline, east line 95 northbound between 74 and 75. Right lane is out there. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
A couple of rain and snow showers followed a cold front through mainly later today into the early part of the evening, but now we've got a mostly cloudy and breezy overnight for us, with a low temperature down to 30 degrees. A mix of sun and clouds with snow shower in spots tomorrow. Windy though, the high temperature only 34. Partly cloudy, windy tomorrow night down to 21. A mix of sun and clouds Friday, staying breezy, the high temperature 33. Turning cloudy Friday night, the low temperature 21. Mostly cloudy on Saturday, the high 34. Cloudy Saturday night, the low temperature 20. And a bit of snow is possible on Sunday, the high temperature only 28 degrees, with the wind out of the northwest at about 8 to 16 miles per hour. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
WTIC is celebrating 100 years on the air and 100 years of serving Connecticut. This is WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford, an Odyssey station.
5 o'clock, Hartford temperature 44 degrees with light rain. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. State police continuing to search for answers regarding a fatal road rage incident on Tuesday that had I-84 tied up for hours in West Hartford. Started a little after 3 p.m. yesterday, the eastbound lane prior to exit 44. State troopers say the incident began between a tractor-trailer driver and the operator of a box truck. They got into it on the highway. One of the drivers running across the lanes to that second vehicle before they were struck by one of those vehicles and killed. Anyone with any information is being asked to contact State Police and Troop H barracks in Hartford. The Federal Reserve, at its final meeting of the year, voted to cut interest rates. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Reserve lowered short-term interest rates by 0.25 percentage point. That now brings the Fed funds rate to a range of 3.5 to 3.75%, the lowest level in nearly 3 years.
Now, Fed Chair Jerome Powell signaled at a news conference that the Fed would likely hold off on further rate cuts in the coming months while it evaluated the health of the overall economy. In a set of quarterly economic projections, Fed officials signaled they expect to lower rates just once next year. A mixed bag on the jobs front back here in Connecticut in September. The numbers for the month were delayed due to the federal government shutdown this fall. Unemployment remained unchanged at 3.8%. Those at the Department of Labor suggest that it falls in line with what's being seen on the national level. DOL Research Director Patrick Flaherty.
It is important not to put too much emphasis on 1 month's data, and there have been several down months since the pandemic, even as the Connecticut economy continued to grow. However, job growth is significantly slower this year than it was last.
Yeah, he calls it a weak report with adding the immigration policy and federal funding cuts that are impacting the market. In addition, the August job gains were revised downward from 900 to 500. Hartford Foundation for Public Giving will get a new name in the new year. Long-considered rebranding led to the name Greater Hartford Gives. CEO Jay Williams says the name better reflects what the foundation does, the fact that it supports not just Hartford, but 28 other surrounding towns. Also building a new headquarters at the intersection of Albany Avenue and Main Street in Hartford.
We couldn't have found a better spot when we think about being a part of the gateway to the north end of Hartford, which, as many of your listeners will know, has seen disinvestment residents and businesses and stakeholders who are committed.
The foundation calls the new building a cornerstone for broader community engagement and economic revitalization. Visitors to the U.S. may soon have to provide additional information, including 5 years of their social media history.
The proposal, which is under a 60-day review and comment period, would apply to citizens of 42 countries who presently don't need a visa to travel to the U.S., including the UK, France, Germany, Japan, and South Korea. It follows President Trump's order to screen out people he says may pose a threat to national security. Presently, visitors from countries with visa waivers can stay in the U.S. for up to 90 days for tourism or business. Critics of the change say it will harm tourism, especially ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
Health experts keeping an eye out on flu cases, which are beginning to ramp up. Dr. David Bannock, infectious disease physician and epidemiologist at Utah Health, says areas around Connecticut, New York in particular, are seeing increased activity.
Been an increase in flu cases in the area around Connecticut, and Connecticut also has seen an increase in flu activity over the past week, including increase of flu cases in the community and also in the hospital.
Wall Street Dow finished up 497 points. NASDAQ gained 77. S&P was up 36. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission, $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. 800-253-6203. 800-253-6203. 800-253-6203.
The hour that packs a punch. It's Reese on the Radio on WTIC News Talk 1080.
All right, we are back. It's Reese on the Radio live on WTIC News Talk 1080. I'm moving the camera around just a little bit here so you can see. We got so many gifts and things that are coming in. We asked for gifts for girls ages infant to 12. We got another $200 check that came in from Anonymous, who they also brought in some food. Serenity, if you are listening, I think we have the noodles for our frames, our noodle frames at the camp. We finally got them. These are a little different. These are medium shells. They're not like the the macaroni ones, but we'll make them interesting. So we got that, a bunch of food here as well. We are very, I can't believe some of the stuff that has been brought in. Color blocks are here. If you missed it earlier, I asked for $104. Somebody brought in $120 in cash. We wanted it online, but they brought it in cash. I don't care. We'll take it anyway. We did get the numbers going up. We are now just $54. Folks, listen to me, $54 from getting to $3,000. If you can go online, go to 31333. Again, text WTIC to 31333. If you go online right now and just get $54 or any other amount you want, if you get us over $3,000, you can do that now before we get up out of here. Jerry Williams is going to be on the program in a little bit. This guy has been a stalker of the Salvation Army for years, and we'll get his story in a little bit. Talking to him, he's worked for them, he's followed them around, he's interviewed them. He's a friend of mine. I'll bring him on the program in a little bit. Look at this, Smucker's Strawberry Squeeze. Is it squeeze? Yeah, strawberry squeeze. I don't use strawberry, so this one's definitely staying.
Well, I see peanut butter, Reese.
You'd see peanut butter? Where?
Jif, those red lids that say Jif.
This is, oh my goodness, it's
real peanut butter, Reese.
Holy moly.
Reese hasn't seen real peanut butter in weeks.
In weeks.
Roseanne, I hope you're not listening.
I hope you're not either. Anyway, we'll be back. Stand by. Let's get to some weather and traffic I'm going to go through all of this stuff and we give it to the Salvation Army. Here's Mark Christopher. He's in the BPS Traffic Center. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Reese, thank you very much. Well, if you're heading into Hartford right now, you're on the southbound side of I-91. Look for some slow traffic now as you move down by exit 37 in Windsor. And you're going to be slowing again as you move from 33 down to 32A and B. Again, 27 down to 28. Back into some stop and go again from 23 in Rocky Hill down to exit 20 Country Club Road in Middletown. If you are traveling westbound 84, look for delays just after 56 Governor Street out to 44 Prospect Oakwood. 84 eastbound slows about a half mile before 46 Citizen Avenue into the tunnel. Look out for a little slow traffic again as you move between exit 6260 and exit 63 on the Vernon-Manchester line. 291 eastbound slowing I-91 over to exit 2 in South Windsor. 2 eastbounds tight off of I-84 out to exit 3. 2 westbound slowing by exit 4 and again from 1D up to the 84 west merge. Both sides of 9 heavy approach in the Aragoni Bridge. 9 northbound look for delays in Berlin 32 up to 37 in New Britain. If you're 691 westbound, we have an accident between exit 3 and 5 on the right shoulder. Delays back to 2B behind that. And a crash on the shoreline. This is 95 northbound in East Lyme, and that's between exit 74 and 75, the right lane out there. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
We have a batch of moderate to briefly heavy rain moving up the I-84 and 91 corridors. That will get into the city within the hour. After that, an evening shower and then mostly cloudy and breezy. The low temperature dropping to 40 degrees by the time you wake up in the morning. Windy and colder with a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. There will be a few snow showers. The high temperature is 34. Not expecting any accumulation. Partly cloudy and windy tomorrow night down to 22. Breezy with periods of cloud and sun on Friday. The high 33. Turns out cloudy Friday night with a low temperature of 18. Right now it's 41 in Granby, 47 in Willimantic, and 43 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Fire up the flavor at McDonald's with the hot and spicy McChicken in the $5 meal deal, or savor a McDouble in the $6 meal deal. Price and participation may vary.
Wisdom Teeth giving you trouble? Columbia Dental's expert oral surgeons specialize in comfortable and efficient wisdom tooth removal. Open 7 days a week. Call 860-645-0111 or visit columbiadental.com.
Hi guys, this is the Rocket Roger Clemens. You don't pitch in the majors for 24 years without feeling it later. Shoulders, elbows, knees. Trust me, pain doesn't retire when you do.
That's baseball legend Roger Clemens.
I tried the ice, I tried rest, PT, nothing really worked. When I heard about QC Kinetics, the concept sounded promising. Non-surgical regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself without surgery. Sign me up, just what I needed. Real lasting relief.
Whether you're a former pro, a weekend golfer, or just want to walk around pain-free again, QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge technology and natural biologics to help restore and repair damaged tissue.
I trusted them with my joints. Now I'm back doing what I love.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 860-440-PAIN. That's 860-440-PAIN. 860-440-PAIN.
1 minute. Prescription by feature products or compounded drug products which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider will determine the
Okay. The claps, as long as it's like the claps, you should be straight.
Out of the bedroom, Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy runs. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
It's Reese on the Radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
All right, folks, we are back. Before we get into Hollywood news, I want to say that, as I mentioned earlier, we were asking on the air to please bring girls' toys, right? So we did get some. We got some teddy bears. We got some other toys for girls. But what they also thought was interesting was that they brought in a champion indoor and outdoor basketball. It's pink. And the gentleman who brought it in says, you know, they asked for girls' toys, but I grabbed basketballs. And I said, I technically think that qualifies because this is, of course, the home of Yukon women.
The state of Connecticut.
Yes, the state of Connecticut.
Completely acceptable.
I think the home of women's basketball. I think that basketball qualifies as a girl's gift inside the state of Connecticut. So don't think that it would not be appreciated by girls here in the state, without a doubt. Now, let's get to some Hollywood news that you probably don't know. That's right, it's Hollywood News with your correspondent, Reese On The Radio. All the glitz and all the glamour. It's Hollywood News. Now, folks, did you know that the Salvation Army has been in the movies since as early as 1900? There are 520 movies that the Salvation Army has been a part of. The first movie ever were Soldiers of the Cross, and the last movie known to date, at least one that I can find, and I'm looking at it, is a movie called Do You Believe in 2015. But that's not all, folks. That is not all. The Salvation Army has been a part of many iconic films as well.
Weren't they in Macaulay Culkin?
That's correct. I was going to get to that. So I'm going to start. One of the most iconic movies that the Salvation Army was involved in was the 1955 film Guys and Dolls. The entire plot is around the Salvation Army. Many people might remember that. You might also remember that Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy have a scene that involves the Salvation Army. That's correct, trading places. And as Roland just mentioned, they are not only in Home Alone, they are also in Home Alone 2. Now, there were some satirical takes of the Salvation Army in a couple of other famous films, like Fight Club. Did you know that? Yes, they are. The narrator actually sarcastically calls groups like the Salvation Army for the emotionally wounded because they're talking about how the Salvation Army gives. It's also featured in the movie Seven, and another classic with Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, the Blues Brothers. It's in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Batman Returns. But in the I think, and I'm going to look at this movie, I didn't know this, $1 Million Baby, Clint Eastwood's film with Hilary Swank. That's right, with Hilary Swank, where she plays a female boxer. Maggie, the lead character, sends her prize money home in Salvation Army envelopes. It's done as a quiet and dignified use of the brand, in essence, as a charitable giving. She doesn't tell her folks that she's giving them the money, but she did it with the Salvation Army envelopes so that the folks would think that the Salvation Army was helping them. Also, it is featured in the 2019 version of Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. I did not know that. There's features of that as well. But another thing that I wanted to get into was that did you know this? That there were 2 television series in the UK that were about the Salvation Army. One was in 1983 to 1984. It was called Hallelujah, and it was the brass banded heart of Yorkshire. That was the Salvation Army's sort of tour de force inside the television realm. And then again in 1979, a TV show called Sally Ann, and that whole, I guess, television show was about the Salvations rolling up their sleeves in 8 episodes, helping people humanize the uniform as they were helping people in and around their community. So, believe it or not, the Salvation Army has been everywhere. Father Brown in 2013, Little Women, the miniseries, also in England in 2017, Doc Martin, even in the TV show Doctor Who, the Salvation Army has been featured. EastEnders is another one, which is all. It's funny how it's all. The group has always been in the UK, but never here in the United States. But then again, it shows you the world-class appeal of the Salvation Army. So I just wanted to get that out there. I was looking at it last night, and I was like, really? The Salvation Army's been everywhere. When I used to work for U-Haul, we used to actually look for U-Hauls in every movie. And do you want to know the most famous U-Haul scene in history of film? I bet you can figure it out.
It's probably something that would make sense, but I can't think for it.
No, it absolutely makes no sense, and the cameo of the U-Haul truck makes no sense.
Oh, jeez.
It does, and the only reason why it makes sense is because of the scene is relevant, but you don't expect it. But U-Haul loves telling people that they were in this movie. I'll give you a hint. Renee Zellweger is in it, but no one ever remembers that she's in it.
Well, that's not helpful.
Okay.
That brain's mush.
She's the co-star of the film, but no one ever remembers her in it.
She only looks like she was eating a lemon.
Okay, I'll give you another hint.
E.T.?
Nope.
Okay.
No. There was a great speech at the end of the movie that every woman quotes being said by a man to a woman.
My brain went to Sleepless in Seattle, but that don't make sense.
Nope. This is 3 words that epitomize. The 3 words. I don't know. Yeah. 3 words that epitomize the most romantic thing that a guy has ever said to a woman in film. You guys really can't figure this one out? I'm giving you every
Here's some
clue.
cash?
Here's some cash. Goodness gracious. No, it was not Pretty Women. It was not Pretty Woman. Really, you can't think of this, Roland? 3 words said in a famous romantic film that every woman quotes or thinks is the most romantic 3 words that a man has ever said in a film. It's not "I love you." It's, come on, nobody's thinking of this.
I brought food?
No. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll give you another hint. Blah, blah, blah. There's a famous scene about the weight of the human head in the movie. Really? I'm trying to give really interesting clues here because everything else I would give, you would be thrown away. Okay, fine. I'll give another hint. The Arizona Cardinals are in the film.
I'm trying to think, like...
The Arizona Cardinals, a football team, are featured in the film.
Raising Arizona?
No.
No. There's a human head in a box.
No, that's from 7. Really, the Arizona Cardinals. This movie won an Oscar. Nobody, not even you, Roland? The film won an Oscar.
I'm sorry, I wasn't.
Okay, the film won an Oscar. The Arizona Cardinals.
What was the?
Okay,
the U-Haul.
Yeah, there's a famous U-Haul scene. U-Haul loves this movie because U-Haul has a prominent feature in the scene of this film. It is one of the most famous films that has a U-Haul in it. The hint is it has 3 lines at the end of the movie that a guy says to a girl that women say is the greatest 3 words that have ever been said outside of "I love you." The Arizona Cardinals are featured in the film. It won an Oscar. There's a line about how much the human head weighs, and no one can figure it out. Let me see if I can go to the chat room and see if anyone has figured it out.
Human head weighs 8 pounds?
There's a line in it that talks about how much the human head weighs. Now, nobody can figure this out. The 3 words, really, nobody. Not at all.
Is that,
Come on, he's got it. He's got it. Say it, Roland. Say it.
What's the black guy name?
Come on.
Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Yes.
Jerry Maguire.
That's correct, sir. Jerry Maguire.
I was close with "Show me the money."
Did you say "Show me the money"?
I said, "Well, here's some money." It's every wife's fantasy.
Yes, the 3 famous words that he says to the woman is Renee Zellweger when he walks in on her, and at the end of his speech he says, "You complete me." Those are the 3 words that every woman, every woman says is the greatest 3 words that a man has ever said. You complete me. Yes, U-Haul has a scene in that movie, and if you go on their website, they have a list of the films that they've ever been in, and Jerry Maguire is the one that they talk about the most. So, with
when I thought about when you said U-Haul, I thought about the movie Bolt.
The movie who?
Bolt. It's a cartoon.
Oh, Bolt. Is U-Haul featured in a cartoon?
Yeah, U-Haul trucking.
That's interesting. That it did not. Well, actually, I never saw that. That's the one with the talking dog.
Yeah, it's the animated dog movie.
Yeah, isn't John Travolta playing Bolt?
Was it?
Yeah, John Travolta does the voice of
think
Bolt.
so, yeah.
So the voiceover of the dog.
Yeah, the voice of the dog, Bolt. Yes, I'm almost certain. I never thought that John Travolta had a voice for animation other than Vinnie Barbarino, but I guess I don't know. Miley Cyrus is in that movie as well, isn't she?
I'm not. I don't know.
How are you going to see the movie? You have no idea.
She is, yeah.
She is, right?
Yep.
I never saw the movie, and I know who's in it. What is wrong?
After that, it goes downhill. Actually, James Lipton is in it, too.
James Lipton, too? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Inside the actor's studio?
Yeah, he's listed as the director, so it's kind of like he plays himself.
Yes, I think that's right. It's interesting. I'm so obsessed with Hollywood. I know actors who are in movies that I don't watch.
So you know what's interesting? Brian does like his movie clips in the morning.
Does he really?
And most mornings, and this is one of the things, I was like, it doesn't tweak me, but it tweaks me.
What's that?
So when you talk about a movie, everyone's going, oh, I got to watch it. Where? So if anyone's out there looking, Roland, if you want to watch Bolt, it's on Disney+.
Is it really? That's right. Yeah.
I try to give that, it's like my contribution to society.
Okay, so he will mention a movie. Now, when Brian plays clips of film, I didn't even know.
So he'll do usually in the morning like 6:50.
Okay,
if
so it's very early.
If it's a birthday or something happened, like that movie
that's
that
right.
day.
Well, yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, but now we got everyone interested in where do people go to find this darn movie?
Yeah, that's really difficult.
Yeah.
So what I do is when I'm at home, I will go look for a movie. Like I'll mention a movie to Roseanne.
Yep.
And so we will go on our Apple TV, and you can speak to text and all that stuff. So we'll say planes, trains, and automobiles, and it pops up. I'll tell you this, the part that drives me crazy? Every one of the movies I want to see, I have to pay for.
Of course.
It's like nothing.
They know. If you're searching for it, we're throwing it behind a paywall.
But the thing that drives me crazy is that what am I paying for all these streaming services if I have to pay
You're
for
paying
every
them for
movie?
the luxury of browsing what you have to pay for.
Goodness gracious.
So Jerry Maguire.
Okay.
Pluto TV.
Pluto.
Free. So there's probably going to be commercials.
A lot of commercials, yep.
Amazon has it, subscription required add-on.
Of course.
Prime. We got Prime.
You got Prime, I can watch it.
it's part of their Stars package, so you got to have that part of the Prime.
I will tell you a movie that I will tell you a movie that is everybody should watch just because I think it's a great movie. Now, have you ever heard of that movie called The Substitute?
Yes.
Okay, so you probably know what was it? Tom Berenger.
Yes.
And then Trent Williams took it over.
That's one of those movies that I think shows up on everyone's TikTok videos. Like you'll go down that rabbit hole.
Exactly. So in essence, it's a substitute teacher.
It's the male version of like Shel Pfeiffer.
Exactly. Dangerous Minds got its idea, but the substitute is usually the guy is like a former like Navy SEAL.
Yeah, of course.
Who can beat up teenage gangbangers inside the classroom, and he usually gets them. Okay, so those movies have been done ad nauseum. I never watched any of those. The Substitute 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 7. Never watched them. But there is one movie that captures that whole genre, and it is good because the guy who is against one of the gang members is a doughy, uncoordinated, fluffer. It's just not the guy. And it is played by Jim Belushi, right? Jim Belushi? His brother. Jim Belushi and Academy Award winner Lou Gossett Jr. And it's a movie called The Principal.
Okay.
That, to me, is still one of my favorite movies ever. I will watch it over and over and over again. Ray Don Chong is in it. Gosh, I can't remember who the bad guy is.
Well, you can go home and watch it. It's on Apple TV for $3.99.
It's on Tubi.
Tubi, yes.
It's
Tubi
on
free.
Tubi for free.
Yeah, it is.
Because that's how I got it. It is called The Principal. It is a great movie. You got to see it because if there's anything in that film, they actually toss a guy through a sunroof with a rope, and it is the most gory scene I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's still fun. It's still fun to watch. So go check it out. Let's get another check of weather and traffic. Mark Christopher, he's in the BPS Traffic Center. Hey, Mark.
All right, Reese, thank you very much. This traffic report being brought to you by Columbia Implant Center in Manchester. And if you are on the southbound side of I-91 coming into Hartford, look for delays from exit 35 down to 32 A and B. Again, from 27 down to exit 26 in Wethersfield. Then you're sluggish again from 23 in Rocky Hill down to 20 Country Club Road in Middletown. If you're traveling westbound 84, delays 56 Governor Street out to 45 Flatbush Avenue, 84 eastbound slowing about a half mile before 46 Sisson Avenue down to the Bulkley Bridge. 291 eastbound slowing off of I-91 over to exit 2 in South Windsor. If you are traveling to a westbound, you've got delays 1D up to the 84 West Merge, 2 eastbound slowing off of I-84 out to exit 3. If you're traveling into Middletown, a little slow traffic, 9 southbound Cromwell, Middletown line down to the Arcody Bridge. 9 northbound is slowing, 32 in Berlin up to exit 37 in New Britain. Westbound side of 84, sluggish as you move from exit 33 in Plainville out to exit 31 in Southington. More slow traffic as you move up on exit 26 in Cheshire up to exit 25. Eastbound side of 84 in Cheshire slowing 26 to the 691 interchange. Westbound 691, we have an accident as you move Meriden into Southington between 3 and 5. Right shoulder block delays back to 2B in Meriden behind that. Traffic got you down. Turn that frown upside down at Columbia Implant Center in Manchester. They offer fast, efficient dental implant procedures completed in a single visit. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. Don't wait. Visit ColumbiaImplantCenter.com. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
A couple of rain and snow showers around earlier today, ending during the evening. Mostly cloudy, breezy overnight. The low temperature 30. Windy, sun, and a few clouds tomorrow, and there will be a snow shower in spots with a high temperature of 34. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy and windy. The low temperature 21, and a mixture of sun and clouds staying on the breezy side Friday. The high temperature 33. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
And now, a WTIC news update.
5:30 Hartford temperature, 42 degrees with light rain. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. Farmington woman facing charges after state police say she led troopers on a pursuit through 3 towns. On Monday morning, police found 28-year-old Seneca Quinton Josie parked on the exit 26 off-ramp of 91 in Wethersfield, slumped over the steering wheel, car still running. Troopers ordered her to turn the vehicle off, at which point Josie allegedly fled, running over a stop stick. She wound up in Glastonbury, striking a police cruiser there. Charged with speeding, reckless driving, and other offenses. Deadly road rage incident in West Hartford on I-84 Tuesday still has troopers investigating. Happened exit 44 on the eastbound side. Investigators say the operators of a tractor trailer and a box truck got into some kind of beef. One of the drivers ran across the lanes of the highway attempting to get at the other driver. He was struck by one of the vehicles and killed. Witnesses are being asked to contact state police if they have any information. In Stamford, police have released the name of the person whose decomposing body was found in a home where a man exchanged gunfire and ultimately took his own life last week. The person that was found inside the house identified as 79-year-old Carmine Bacuzzi. Police used DNA from a family member to identify his remains. The medical examiner ruling the death a homicide. Jed Parkington was the man who held police at bay for several hours. He wound up taking his own life during that hours-long standoff. The Federal Reserve has voted to cut interest rates by a 1/4 percentage point. Indications are the Fed may leave interest rates as is in the coming months. A set of quarterly economic projections, Fed officials signaled they expect to lower rates once next year. The interest rate news certainly had an impact on Wall Street. Dow gained 497 points today. The NASDAQ picked up 77 and the S&P was up 46. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at $20.
40 seconds.
For a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Stroke. Super hard, obviously, for my family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my wife, and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ethos.com/life.
The Odyssey app lets you jump back to the moments you missed from WTIC News Talk 1080. Download the free Odyssey app. Search WTIC News Talk 1080 and tap earlier today to get started.
As we always do at this time, we always remind you to download that Odyssey app so you can check out the moments that you missed, as you just heard the big voice say. And you can also do that by going to WTIC.com and also at ReeseOnTheRadio.com to check out the program. Earlier today, the beginning of the show, I was talking about an article in Study Find. You can go check it out as well. This is only interesting for me because I think it sort of coincides with what we're doing here with the Salvation Army and the Holiday Store. And in this study, what they did was they looked at the obituaries of 38 million people written for over 30 years, and they answered one question: what do Americans value most about a life well lived? And according to those findings published by the Proceedings of the National Academy of Scientists, they show that Americans are overwhelmingly remembered for tradition, particularly religious faith, and for their benevolence or caring for others. Those two values dominating the obituaries of others by more than 80% of death notices. What they also say is that your entire life, this I find amazing, that your life is summed up in 176 words, or 175 words, I'm sorry, or what they call the obituary. Now, I am not a vain person, stop lying. I am an incredibly vain person, and I at least expect 215 words by anyone, just so you know.
Can we use ChatGPT?
Yes, you can use
ChatGPT. I ain't writing that much.
Even if you have to make it up, say that I was really, really good at basketball, and I'll just throw something in there.
Mine at some point should say he got away from paying Columbia House for those CDs.
How did you get out of that? I'm still wondering if Columbia House still has my name on their record. Just go, we'll get that son of a gun.
We're going to get him one of these days.
We'll get him one of these days. That guy owes me 99 cents, and I'm getting it. And it's funny because I really, really wanted to see it. I didn't get any one of those cassettes.
I got so many of them.
Did you?
So many.
Really?
Yeah.
What era was that? Like late 80s or early 90s?
Probably 80s into 90s.
80s into 90s?
Yeah.
Do you remember was there a tape that you wanted to get off there that you didn't want to pay for? Is that why
there was many?
A lot?
I mean, that was I have, as you know, a very eclectic music
Of
taste.
course.
But like literally from Wu-Tang to like Shania Twain.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Like there was one I remember I got. It was like it's because this was around that time when they tried to do Woodstock again.
Yes, yes.
So it was a 4 CD set of the Woodstock concert.
Holy moly!
Still got it.
See, now those things. See, that's the thing. I would have gotten an obscure group.
So many random ones.
Mark Christopher is in the BPS Traffic Center. What is it?
Columbia House.
Columbia House.
Built
Did
his
you order
DJing empire from that.
Yes, what I'm saying. Did you order anything from there?
No, not for my DJ stuff. No.
No, well, just as a cassette, because I just saw a cassette not too long ago of The Far Side.
Oh, I saw.
Yeah.
I wish I still had mine.
Yeah, me too.
I got a few vinyls. I got the Fuji Score album on vinyl.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Joey, what year were you? What was the year you were doing that?
But
late
89?
80s to early 90s, yeah.
Early now, okay. So from like 82 to like 88, I was doing records, and then I switched to CDs.
Yep.
Around late 88. So yeah, I never really did that for my business.
Really?
No. Never
Did you
really,
Did you have a CD player when it was like $700?
Oh yeah.
I had my dual Newmarks.
Oh.
Yeah,
a $700 CD player, unheard of.
Yeah, I used to have the Denons, the 2-deck Denons.
Oh, the Denon! Wow, that's a while back.
That replaces my 1200 Denons, those heavy club turntables.
Oh yeah, beat anyone with those things.
Exactly. And if there was any vibration, it wasn't hitting the knee. No. That's for sure on those babies. And I still have one, and they're worth a ton of money.
I bet they are.
They are not like $1,200 anymore. They're like triple that now. It's crazy.
Wow.
Now. Hey, if you're heading into Hartford right now, 91 southbound delays 33 down at 32 A and B, slow in 27 to 28. Then you're sluggish again from 22 in Cromwell down to exit 17 in Meriden. Northbound 91's okay. Westbound 84 slowing 56 Governor Street out to 44 Prospect Oakwood. 84 eastbound slowing 44 up to the Bulkley Bridge. 291 eastbound's a little slow from I-91 over to exit 2 in South Windsor. If you are traveling 2 westbound, delays 1D up to the 84 West Merge. 2 eastbound's a little heavy off of I-84 out to exit 3 in East Hartford. If you're traveling 9 northbound, delays in Berlin 32 up to 34. New Britain, westbound 84 is slowing by the 691 interchange in Cheshire up to exit 25 in Waterbury. If you're heading southbound on the Parkway, delays approaching exit 50 down into the West Rock Tunnel. Route 91 southbound in New Haven, you've got delays from 6 in toward the 95 interchange. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
We're looking at a batch of moderate to heavy rain from I-84 to I-91 over the next hour to hour and a half, and then that finally pushes off towards the east. We'll have another evening shower. Then beyond that, everything should wrap up no later than about 8 o'clock this evening. Mostly cloudy, turning breezy overnight. The low temperature is 30. Windy, colder, some sun and clouds tomorrow. The high only 34, with a few snow flurries and snow showers in spots. Partly cloudy and windy tomorrow night down to 22. Periods of sun and clouds on Friday. Not a bad day, but still chilly. The high 33. And Friday night turning cloudy. The low temperature down to 18. Stay pretty chilly over the weekend with a shot of some snow on Sunday. Right now it's 45 in Bristol, 43 in Waterbury, 43 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill from the WTIC Weather Center.
It's time to order your certified Angus beef rib roast for the holidays from Highland Park Market. Highland Park Market also has delicious chef-prepared side dishes and our famous Swedish cardamom ring in Limpa bread. Nobody does it better than Highland Park Market. Only in Manchester, Glastonbury, Farmington, and at highlandparkmarket.com.
This holiday season, when you get them steel, batteries are included. Buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit steelusa.com for gift ideas and seasonal savings. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The holidays were tricky for the Colonel. He loved people, but he also loved peace and quiet. So he cooked up KFC's $4.99 chicken hot pot. Warm, flaky, with savory sauce and vegetables. It's a tender chicken-filled excuse to get some time to yourself and step away from decking the halls. Whatever that means. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. KFC's Chicken Pot Pie. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra. Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor. here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
You're listening to and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
What's up, everybody? You know who it is. You know who it is. It's Reese on the Radio. Frederick Douglass of the 21st century.
It's WTIC News Talk 1080.
All right, we are back and we are live. Our last, wait a minute. Okay, I got to turn that down. That was me. Okay, I was trying to figure out what the heck that was. All right, our last guest is a friend of mine. He's actually interviewed me on his own show, WIHS. We are in his service. Is that what it is?
That's right.
Jerry Williams, the morning cheer host, is on the program, who has been stalking the folks at the Salvation Army for, what has it been now, 20 years now? How long have you been following these people around?
Salvation Army, well, first of all, it's a wonderful organization. Since 1865, William and Catherine Booth founded it. 160 years, and it's still going on. And I know you mentioned that when you were 15, you were homeless, and Salvation Army could have been if I'd have known,
yeah.
Right. Same. I can relate to that because I'm for 12 years, crack, porn, and alcohol was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow.
So I went through that whole thing in the 80s and 90s until I had my "What Must I Do to Be Saved" conversation with the Lord. Changed my life. 22 years clean by the power of God. So that's my story right there. But
well, I got to applaud that as we do in the meetings, man. I got to show you some love on that one.
22 years, man.
So you, in essence, having gone through that, how did you get involved, or at least start following the folks over at Salvation Army, or even become involved with them?
Okay, the backstory is first of all, I'm here, for the folks that can't see me, I'm a Raidered out. I'm a Raiders fan. I'm from Oakland, California.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And,
nobody's perfect.
So I got clean, but after 3 years clean, I backslid, and it scared me. And so I self-exiled myself to a foreign country called Connecticut 23 years ago, just to get back on track with God.
Right.
So here I am, and so fast forwarding. So I'm working at WIHS Radio. I'm the weekday morning host. Been there for 18 years, and in 2016. Captain Leo Lloyd, he and his wife were head of the ARC, Adult Rehabilitation Center, the big building on Homestead.
Just there today.
Right. And back then, the beneficiaries was there. What was this, like a 18-month program or something like that? And so I interviewed Captain Leo Lloyd, and I started a thing. Every second Thursday of the month, I interview one of the beneficiaries.
Okay.
We called it Redemption Stories, a year-long interview thing, and that was great. And so in the summertime, they would take the beneficiaries to Lake Connery, and I was able to go with the beneficiaries and Captain Leo Lloyd. He's now Major Leo Lloyd now, and I've caught fish in Lake Connery, me, my wife, and my kids. So I'm very familiar with Lake Connery, or Camp Connery, and so afterwards, in 2016. I asked, could I pick up a few hours at the Salvation Army store on Burlington Turnpike?
Okay.
So they had the store upstairs, and below is where people that donate things like appliances.
Yeah.
I would be the guy that tests the appliances, make sure the electronics was working and clean them up, and make sure they're ready to be sold upstairs in the Salvation Army store. And the proceeds would go to the ARC to help fund the Adult Rehabilitation Center.
Wow.
I did that for a year and a half.
Wow.
And that's my connection with the Salvation Army. In 2016, I did that for a year and a half. The other thing that happened in 2016 was Ezekiel Elliott of the New York Football Giants after scoring the
That
touchdown.
is
Jumped
correct.
into the Salvation Army kettle.
That's right. It
Famously.
became a huge thing.
A huge thing.
You know what's so wild about
Yes.
that story? Let me tell you this. What's so wild about that story is because talk about the NFL getting it wrong on so many occasions. When what was his name? Not Braylon Edwards, but I think it was Braylon Edwards. He wanted to put he wanted to color his cleats for mental health, right? And the NFL told him no. There was another gentleman, last name Gay, played for the Baltimore Ravens. He wanted to wear an emblem on his shoe or something on his uniform to combat domestic violence because his mother was a victim of domestic violence. The NFL said no. The aforementioned Dallas Cowboys, after the shooting that took place in Dallas at a Black Lives Matter where police officers were killed, the Dallas Cowboys wanted to put the policeman's badge on their helmet. NFL said no.
Yeah.
The kettle that Ezekiel jumped into, they were going to fine him for doing it. And then on every one of those occasions, people went nuts and said, everything those guys were doing was absolutely celebratory, if not bringing awareness to something that everybody should be a part of. And the NFL was forced to rescind that fine from Elliott and to say, oh, you know what, we're going to make the Salvation Army a big deal there because everyone, it was so funny because you're so right about that. The Salvation Army in that one instant became the most talked about thing, not just in the NFL, but across the country, is that what Ezekiel did was so magical and just so, it was great. And I'll tell you this is the crazy part about it. Think about it. His sort of signature move was feed me, feed me the ball. But when he got inside the kettle and he did that, to me, in my head, was like, that's what the Salvation Army does. They feed people. It's like he did all of that in one swift move, and it skyrocketed the awareness of the Salvation Army in that one gesture. That he probably really didn't even know. It was so accidental that what he did was bigger than himself. It's so cool because everybody was running to the Salvation Army as a result of that.
Right, and I think he was with the Cowboys at the time.
Yeah, the Cowboys.
Football Giants. I was thinking about.
No, it was the Cowboys. I think the Giants were playing them at that particular
yeah.
time. I can't remember who they played.
Yeah, but it's a wonderful ministry. And it's still going on today. The longevity, 160 years, man. They're still doing it, and you don't hear enough about when there's a major disaster, when they're out on location, boots on the ground, and stuff. What I do miss, I will say this though, I don't see the kettles out there as much as I used to back in the day.
Well, Larry Carr was talking about that. Like that's an important part about what they do over at the old guard is getting those guys out there with the kettle. You're right. I agree with you. I want to see more of those. Major, what are we doing? Do we have a lot of kettle bell ringers out there? We can always use more. You know what? That's what we should do. Our call to action should be,
there you go.
Get out there. If you've never rung a bell, don't be like me because I'm not. I am bell ringing deficient. Yeah. I'm going to go. Can I take this home? I want to learn how to do this thing. I would never get supper. There we go. I'm learning. I try it a little bit, but I'm just so eager to do it. Maybe if I just stand there, can I get an app on my phone that will ring a bell? I'll just get an app on my phone and see if I can attach it to a speaker and just push it now and again so I don't have to look like a complete denunta-nunt doing this thing. It just keeps spinning. That's all. You know what? The part that I will say this, what amazes me, is that just something that's always featured in television? Because one of the things I always see is the guys ringing the bells back like this. Is that not the technique? Yeah, is that what it is? Okay. Because I see those guys ringing the bells up and down, and that's immediately, I immediately take on that gesture. It's a Hollywood bell. There you go. That's exactly it.
It's one of the things that I look forward to during the Christmas season is seeing the Salvation Army.
Jerry, as we say on my show, don't ask anybody to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. Perhaps we can get out there. And, come on, try it. Try it.
I'm trying.
You're better than me at it. Put it down. Much better than me at it.
We got the Major over here, Major Donald, right?
Yeah,
and we talked about football. He's actually a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Yes.
You never. Yeah.
Again, no one is perfect.
Yeah.
It's just like it's okay. Yes, that's right. Just about the Salvation Army,
which I love. Again,
are you going to volunteer this time around? I know you've given and everything, but you
got me thinking now. You know what?
Look, I'm telling you. After this,
yeah,
I think I'm going to find some time. I think I have to. This is my second time being here, and I still, you know what I say to myself every time I finish this thing, is that even doing this, doing the holiday store, for me, I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Right.
And I don't care how much money that I could give or anybody else. I feel like I need to have my boots on the ground too.
If you do that, Reese, call me. I'm coming with you.
Not a problem.
All right.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, Jerry. Thank you, boss man. I appreciate you.
God bless you. I want to say one final thing.
Real quick.
It's good to be on the 50,000 watt flamethrower. I have not called in yet, but I may be calling. If you hear Saved Raider, then you know it's Jerry out of Hartford. Saved Raider. All
Yes.
right.
Well,
There's a reason for that.
The only way you could be a real saved Raider is if you stop being a Raiders fan. It's the only way you can save yourself.
God bless you, Reese.
Thank you, man. God bless you, too. Thank you, man. We are going to get out of here. Folks, please do remember to give. Go to 31333. Text WTIC at 31333. We are almost there. Literally. I'm looking at it now. I'm going to go back to it. Let's go there right now. We're at 2946. 2946. Let me refresh it and see if we've changed it and see if we could possibly. Hold on. Nope, we're still there. 2946. We are trying to get to $3,000. The next time we are out, what's your name? Joey, that's your name. Joey, what's the next day that we're out on Friday the 12th, right?
Yeah, we will be in Glastonbury.
That's where we will be back at Glastonbury at the Homewood.
Glastonbury.
Yeah, Glastonbury at the Homewood Suites.
By Hilton.
By Hilton, because I keep screwing it up. At 65 Glastonbury Boulevard. Make sure you come out and see us. Please come hang out with us if you can on Friday. We have a surprise that you folks will be able to listen to if you drive it in your car. Don't miss it. In fact, I have fulfilled confirmation. Let me get to it real quick just to make sure. Yes, we are absolutely confirmed at 2:35. You guys will get to do or hear the one thing I've been trying to do in radio for over 20 years. I've been trying to do this. So we're finally going to get it done, and it's perfect because it's going to happen during the Christmas holiday. All right? So stand by for that. Joey, as always, thank you for helping me out. And,
it's been a pleasure, man.
You know, I've got to make
Welcome
this
to the chaos of the holiday store.
I've got to make this interesting every week without going into news and all of that other nonsense because I'm trying to keep the spirit of the holiday store in there. I guess my cleats. Oh, yeah, cleats, my cause. That's right. That's exactly what that is. 31333. Did I say the wrong number, Matt? Thank you. And also, I got to do this. Matty O in Bristol. I got to give him a round of applause. Thank you so much. He brought his truck out to pick up
Those Bristol people,
bed.
man, we're helpful.
Went out there to help my wife and I pick up our king-size bed and get it to the hotel, which, by the way, when we got to the hotel, the attendant at the hotel saw me bringing in.
Was like, we have beds.
We
Why
have.
is this dude bringing his own?
She comes upstairs.
It's BYOB, but not beds. Like, come on.
She looks at me and she goes, "What the hell is this?" And I'm like, "No, we bought a bed and it wouldn't store it for us, so we had to bring it in." So, Matty O in Bristol helped us out and got it to the home. Matty, by the way, unfortunately I've got to postpone our dinner date until next week, but we're still going to go hang out. I owe him for that. I'm going to take him out to dinner.
I say going anywhere in Bristol, you can invite me.
No, we're going to be. He wants to go to Wooden Tap, so we're going to go to Wooden Tap instead because he would rather be near us in Farmington instead of going out to Torrington because he said there's nothing out in Torrington. That can't be true, right?
There's not much out there.
No?
You got a few. I mean, not in Torrington. You're going to have to go out of Torrington a little
Oh,
bit.
out of Torrington?
They got some stuff.
Torrington, yeah, I would imagine they have some
Friendlies
stuff.
that might be open.
A friend.
They got Winstead right next to there. They got some stuff.
What is Winstead? Oh, the town of Winstead. Yeah. Maybe that's. I don't know. We'll talk to him. We'll figure it out. Are you that close to them, Roland? Do you drive all the way in from there?
Absolutely not. I'm on the other side of Connecticut.
Okay, I wasn't sure. All right. No problem. Anyway, we will see you back our regular programming at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Make sure you're there. As I always say, radio is free, so we thank you for paying attention. Remember to keep JC in your hearts and in your minds. Sean Patrick, we love you and we miss you. Remember that panic is not planning. So plan your work and work your plan. Me, I'm Reese on the Radio. You have a good night and pleasant tomorrow. We will see you back here next time. Mark Christopher, he's getting you home. He's in the BPS Traffic Center. Good night, sir.
Good night, Reese. If you're westbound 84, you got delays now approaching the Bulkley Bridge out to 45 Flatbush Avenue. 84 eastbound just...
All right. Is it, you guys are in studio tomorrow?
3 to 32.
Okay, everyone's back tomorrow. All right, cool.
Just a little slow traffic now as you
Thank
move
you.
to 19